Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thank y'all for being here today. Um, so we're going to be talking about how habits determine your future in a good way. If you have good habits, you better have good habits. Sprinkle Sprinkle. Half of what you are to become in life are based, half of what you become in life, or most of what you become in life, or most of what your future looks like is your habits of today. So developing good habits will definitely help you to have a better future, no matter what. Now, this information is for anybody. So, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank y'all for being here. Y'all click the like button. How many of y'all have good, healthy habits that are leading to better futures? Those habits could be anything. It could be physical habits, diet habits, emotional habits, whatever type of habits you got going on is going to shape your future. That's why people can literally predict. That's why literally people can predict how your future is going to look based on your habits of today. Okay, they know certain things because they are just going to assume that your habits are not going to change dramatically and that you're probably going to end up a certain way. So statistics, don't become a statistic. You know how they say that, right? So the fastest way to get out of becoming a statistic or headed towards a future that you don't like is to change your habits today. That could be anything. That could be how you eat, the time that you wake up in the morning. It could be what you choose to do. It could be quitting something. It could be starting something. So whatever it is that's going to improve your life for the better, whatever habits that you have that are bad, you should try to break them and replace them with positive habits that are going to make your future better. Because a lot of times, that's all that's standing in your way is yourself. Sometimes a lot of people are their own problem and they don't realize it. They say they try everything, they do this, they do that, but what are you doing that's bad? What are the bad habits that you haven't broken yet that could be standing in your way, but you're not addressing? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of, and I don't mean to get on people about their bad habits because everybody has them. You just have to be trying to change them for the better or knowing where you need to improve and then improve upon it. Because I do it. I'm constantly learning new things, doing new things, improving on things that I can improve on. So we got to understand why we're not living our best lives based on the current habits. So I've changed a lot of habits that I've had, and it's made a dramatic difference in my life already. Already, just like within a month or two, my life has definitely improved way more just by changing certain small habits. So if you like to sleep in late and it's not allowing you to do the most, get up earlier. If you are doing like too many drugs or alcohol, cut back or quit completely, because we don't recommend that. A social drink every now and then is good. A nice glass of wine or something to relax is okay. An occasional drink, but if you're drinking all the time, that's not good for you or your health or your mind. If you're smoking or doing something, like that, it's too much. If it's not helping you, it's hurting you. Okay. If you have to depend on something, if you depend on something like that to get you through the day, then the life that you're actually living is not the one you want. And so in order to find a way to live without certain things, you got to find a way to make your life better, which is to change the habits. So I'll give y'all a list of examples of habits that I changed that made my life better because I can only speak from my experience. I make up my bed every day so I don't get back in it. That's one thing because I literally, even if I do sit on it or lay on it for a second, I'm not going to be all up under the covers trying to go back to sleep. I'm going to get up and fix it right back up, you know. So making up your bed allows you not to get back in it. Getting dressed instead of lounging around your house in pajamas also allows you to stay more productive and actually want to go somewhere or do something productive. So get up, make your bed up, and get dressed. Even if you do that every day already, you can say, okay, I do that every day. Okay, add something to it. Do you say the things that you're thankful for or grateful for so that you are appreciative of it so that you don't start automatically thinking about the negative stuff in your life and then get yourself down? Because I think a lot of people don't realize that's a habit too. Thinking negative thoughts is a really common habit that a lot of people have that they don't even realize. That's why a lot of the questions that I start getting on the comment section are a lot of people's negative thoughts. And a habit that you can use is to replace those negative thoughts with things that you're grateful and thankful for right when you wake up in the morning. Like right when you wake up in the morning, start thinking about all the fun stuff and good stuff you get to do or have or that are grateful for today and whatever. That some people may not be so, fortunate. And instead of going straight into your negative thoughts for the day, or oh, I got to do this, or oh, I got to do this, or oh, I'm dreading this, you're going to start to get more excited about the life that you're already living, you know, and the thoughts are going to automatically go to positive, and then you're going to have a better day. The same thing before you go to sleep at night. Instead of falling asleep worrying about stuff or thinking negative thoughts, think about all the things that you were happy about today or this week or whatever. Some people write it down, some people just think it before they go to sleep. This helps a lot of people from worrying so much. And it also helps you realize that your life is already good and you're just not enjoying the moment. Most people that worry are living too far in the future. And most people that, think about the past too much they're missing the present. So you can't really enjoy life if you're always thinking about the past or the future. So just, you can plan for the future, but don't sit there and worry about it. If you plan it, you don't really have to worry. Okay. If you create good habits today, you don't really have to worry because you know that it's going to work out because of what you do every day to make it work out. All right. So that goes with dating as well. If you have a bad habit of dating broke men, then stop doing it. If you got a bad habit of not accepting certain things when people offer you things because you feel like you're so independent and you don't want to have to depend on people. Well, you don't really have to depend on them, but make it a habit to accept the gifts and the nice things that they would like to do for you. Okay. And remember, not everybody has strings attached, especially if you don't agree to it. So get out of the habit of thinking you owe people something when they just want to do something nice for you. Okay. A lot of people have that feeling, and it's just not something that you should have. Like if people say, okay, well, I want to do something nice for you. Don't automatically assume that there's, a catch to it or that they want something in return. What you can simply do is say, I appreciate that. That is so sweet and kind of you. I really appreciate that. That's enough. That's all you have to say to them is thank you and that you appreciate it. There's nothing else you have to do. A lot of people don't accept things because they fear that they're going to have to pay them back later. Say thank you, and that's payment enough. And then that's it. Get out of the habit of thinking that you owe people something, except a thank you. Thank you, MP 2024. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you for the super sticker. Get out of the habit of people pleasing. That's another thing. A lot of y'all can't get to where you're going, and you develop bad habits because you are people pleasers. You develop bad habits because you feel like if you don't make everyone else happy, if you don't do what people say, if they don't approve of what you do, you don't feel like a good person. So you have the habit of talking down about yourself to yourself. You have the habit of being guilty because you are not able to please everyone, even though you keep trying instead of pleasing yourself. Make it a habit to please yourself and not everybody else. If they're pleased, if you're pleased, they should be pleased. If they like you, if they truly appreciate you, if you're happy, they're happy. All right. It's not the other way around. So make sure you understand that. Thank y'all. Y'all are so sweet. So anyway, getting up, like taking care of yourself is also a really good habit of how you're going to look when you get older. Okay. How much you worry, how good you take care of yourself when you're young is an indication of what your future is going to look like when you get older. I'm just going to tell y'all that right now. You see somebody with really bad habits or that don't take care of themselves or just very reckless with their health and what they consume or what they do to their bodies. Imagine what they're going to look like in 20 years from now. Just imagine it. Unless they can afford a bunch of surgeries or whatever, just imagine what you're going to look like with the habits that you have today. And that way, like, think about this. If you are a constant drinker and you smoke a lot, imagine doing that for 20 years in a row. What are you going to look like in 20 years from now? If you're not taking care of yourself or making time for yourself or creating better habits for yourself. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said also look healthy, stop looking like trash, go to the dentist, take care of your skin. Thank you, Lizzie. That's so true. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because thank you, ZZ. I appreciate that too. So yes, we got to do better. We got to do better. I have a lot of stuff that I'm working on too, y'all. I'm not perfect, and I never said I was, but we all in this together, and we understand each other about habits, right? Habits can change and change your life for the better. One of the habits that I had to create when I was a little bit younger was to replace negative thoughts with positive thoughts. Then that positive thought, I changed that habit into thinking prosperity thoughts. How do I make money off this? So it's one thing to think negative. That's a habit. It's another thing to think positive. That's great. That's better. But then I took it to the next step and said, how do I get money off this? So that's my habit. That's why every time y'all ask me a question, I'm like, do you got some money? Can you get money off of it? If it don't make money, it don't make sense. Well, I would do this instead to get this. And that's because I created a habit of seeing opportunity in everything that I see. Some people call it an opportunist. There's a time and a place to do it. Like, in business and your, in certain circles, there's a time and a place, right? So you create a habit of thinking that way. And that habit is going to equate to a prosperous future because that's your thoughts. That's what's happening. That's what you're focused on. That's what your goals are at that time. So now your future looks more prosperous versus thinking negative. You see? So I took negative thoughts, turn them into positive thoughts, then turn those positive thoughts into prosperity thoughts. So keep your focus on something good and keep your habits good and improving, and that's what your future is going to look like. If you ever notice people that talk negative or make a lot of excuses or don't have a good outlook on themselves or their future or their lives, it never really improves. If someone gets up and decides to change something, whether it's the habits of how they think, how they live, the people that they hang around, because those are all habits. You got a habit of hanging around losers, that's a habit. You got to change it. Replace it with something more lucrative. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. Now, I know when times get a certain way, people can't see the positive in things, but you got to look for it. You got to find it. And if you can find the positive, you can find the prosperity in the positive. All right. So I know a lot of people say, oh, well, you're delusional and the times are this and what's going on here and what's going on there. That's how solutions are found. Looking at the positive in things, looking for the solution instead of just only focusing on the problem. So you need optimists. You need people that only think about prosperity because they are going to fix the problem. The people that are complaining about the problem or wallowing in the problem don't do nothing but make the problem worse. So you need people to think about things in a more positive or lucrative way. You need those people because those are the people that are going to get up and give you the solution. A lot of people think, okay, well, you're materialistic, or all you think about is money. Well, you better be glad, because if you ain't thinking about it, then you ain't you're not getting ready to get it, or get a similar idea on how to get it. You ain't getting ready to do nothing but sit there and complain. So you better be glad I think about money, so that I can make you think about it, so you can get some too. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's just the truth. Even if you don't like any of the things that I say, you already know you like money. So it's going to direct you to at least thinking about something, you know. Is that a cardboard cutout? Yes, it is. You'll like it. That's me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Out of every situation, you can develop a positive thought and a way to make money off of it. People do it all the time. But the one thing that people do is they get mad or shame the other people for thinking about, how can you prosper in a time like this? Well, what do you want me to do? Join you in complaining and not finding the solution to help people and prosper? Because in order for someone to be helped, another person has to prosper. So find a way, you know what I'm saying? Just because you're in a relationship and dating someone doesn't mean you can't prosper at the same time. I mean, a lot of people are in relationships and they're not happy, or they're happy, but they're not profiting. It could be better. You could make it a habit to only date men that benefit you, like I tell y'all to do. Okay. Just like if you know, if you get a job that's more beneficial to you, makes you happy, and it pays well, people will usually say, okay, that's perfect. You know, thank you, Allison. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Okay, the Empress says, should you look more friendly, or is it resting B word face, or because I attract, not chase? It depends on what that resting face looks like. Does it look like you're mad, or just mysterious? Or does it, because some people's resting face look mad, like don't bother me. And some people's resting face just looks like they're not really smiling. So it just depends on how intense that resting face is. I would say if it's intense, then even if you smile, you're not even smiling. So smile. Like some people's resting face is this. But if they smile, at least it becomes this. Then it becomes actual resting face. So it depends on how intense your resting face is. I would always smile or just be content looking, approachable looking. Okay. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You have this issue, but you don't look mad. Okay. Well, that's good, Ken Ken. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thanks for being a member. So yes, okay, habits, more habits. I'll tell y'all every day to get up, make yourself look good, put on a nice outfit, and go out into the world and, live your best life. I tell y'all that every day. If you get into that habit, your life will definitely improve, because it only can improve. Thank you, Aline. Would you divorce a guy who pays the bills but takes bad financial decisions like paycheck? Oh, no, I'd have one on the side. And remember that, like, have one on the side that can give you money. Keep all your finances separate. And then if you just can't take no more, be done. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah. Sorry about that, but yeah, be done. If it gets to a point where you're not comfortable with it anymore, separate all your finances, and then definitely find a replacement. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said now back to bad advice again. If you want good advice, go ask your mother. She won't lead you astray. She'll tell you the same thing I'm telling you. Get money, because that's all I'm telling these ladies. Get money. You don't like it, go away. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, Deandra, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to detach? You look beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, girl. Detach by attaching to something else. A good habit that you can have is to always be attached to something that's more important than whatever you're dating. Sprinkle, sprinkle, whoever you dating. Have something more important than them that you attach yourself to. That way you'll never fully attach to them anyway. Oh, Ashi, sprinkle, sprinkle. You lost. Okay. You lost the check and gave me an extra Christmas. What do I do? Huh? I don't know what that means, but sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, you lost the check somebody gave you for Christmas. What do you do? Girl, call the bank. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't know why are you asking me? Ask them what the check number was. I don't know. Tell them to write another one. I don't know, ma'am. Do people still write checks? All right. I don't know what to tell you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I never lose checks because I don't be writing them no more. Cash App is where it's at, baby. Get your Cash App done. Oh, you said grandma? Okay, I guess grandma still be doing that sometimes. So said grandma can stop payment on that check. All right. Either way, make sure you do what you got to do. Okay. He said, how do you deal with mean coworkers? I don't. I don't have coworkers. So I don't know how to deal with them, man. I just don't have them. My coworkers don't exist. So how would I deal with somebody that I don't like? I just wouldn't deal with them. Oh, Lancy, sprinkle, sprinkle. Your boyfriend found out about your savings and said, give him what? Girl, he's a boyfriend. He don't run nothing. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Your boyfriend don't run nothing, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He could say anything he wants. Don't mean you gonna do nothing. Tell your boyfriend, have a nice day and you love his jokes. I love how you joke. Oh, have a nice day. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You need brands to reach out to you. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Right to the brands. Sure. What are your personal best new habits? Better skincare, of course. Being a little bit more organized than I was previously. I think those are a little bit of the habits that I am improving upon each day. And I do get inspo from other people because we all inspire each other in some form or fashion. So I think definitely people help influence other people in a positive way. Definitely. I follow some of those organizer accounts on like Instagram or TikTok because when I see how organized some of these ladies are, it makes me want to do a little something, something, which has improved my life, made it easier, and it allowed me to improve upon so many more things because of how organized certain things are. So I always tell my kids, I was like, well, if you're organized, you could do so much more and save so much time and, feel so much better. And it's true. So I took my own advice and I became a little bit more organized and still becoming more organized each day. And it's opened up so many more doors, more opportunity just by being more organized. Okay. And I intend to become more organized on a lot of other things too. But that's one of the habits, being organized. Okay. Even if it's just your drawers, like my drawers, I like to organize them. Sometimes they get unorganized. Make it easier on yourself to keep stuff organized. How long did it take for you to see results from your entrepreneurial journey? Well, I've had lots of different things that were going for me And I started off doing lots of different things, and I kept expanding and doing more. Some things I stopped doing and because I replaced them with others. So I think the thing is to just keep going, and it takes you as long as it takes for you to gather a following. The best thing I could tell you is your customers are literally going to be your followers. That's why all these companies will give free merch and stuff to influencers to push it. You need followers to be customers. Okay. So grow your social media for your entrepreneurial gain. Um, that's what I did. So unless there's a very high demand on what you offer, then it will sell itself. Okay. I always tell y'all this story about selling like chewing gum or bubble gum in school. The demand was high, so the profits were high. So find what the demand is high for, and that's what you need to. As long as there's not a lot of competition and the demand is high, you're good. Or if you have a large following, that's going to give you the most success. Okay. Well, are your habits more disciplined or self-care based? Both. Both. So the discipline comes from getting up every morning, making up my bed, getting dressed, not laying around, not wasting the day. Okay. I don't waste the day. I create self-care routines because I have more free time because I'm not laying in my bed. So it's both. If I like, since I'm losing weight, since habits have to change in order to lose weight, um, eating the wrong things or eating at the wrong time or eating the wrong amount is a habit that you have to change to doing less or eating with more nutrition versus, you know, just for taste. hmm Like you got to change how you think about certain things too. Thinking is also a habit. How you think about something is also a habit. You got to think about how you think about stuff. hmm What advice would you give someone with apathy, difference? I don't even know what that is, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Apathy, indifference. Uh, like to not care about anything. You don't care about something. If you don't really care too much about stuff, then that's your personality, man. Own it and make it work for you. Find something that you can do that profits you from being that way. Thank you, Allison. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hey, Shira, you're 24 today. Uh-oh, sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Okay, your first relationship, first home, we just bought it. He loves spending on me. Any tips how keep it flowing or more? Don't be taken for granted. Don't start accepting less. That's the one thing I can tell you. Whatever he's doing now, make him keep it up. Don't accept less. Don't suggest less. Like if you're good, never say, "Oh, well, you don't have to do that." Oh, we don't do that. Don't ever start saying that because that's when things start not being like they are now. So always accept the same or more in your relationships, not less. Thank you, girl, and have a good birthday. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Happy birthday. Okay. Hey, Shira, you're 24. It's your birthday too. Hey, girl. You date. Okay, you just sent this twice, but thank you. Girl, that was a double question. Same thing. Get your money. And have fun and don't become too predictable. That's the best thing I could tell you. Don't become a predictable person. Not too predictable. Keep it fresh. Mm-hmm. Dealing with a lack of motivation. Okay, a lack of motivation. Well, then you got to find people that motivate you or influence you to have motivation. Like sometimes if I'm not motivated to do something, I'll find a YouTube video or a reel or something that will inspire me to do what I need to do. That's it. I mean, all these people out here getting paid, making money, doing all this stuff. Go use them for what they for. The influence. Go get you some influence. Go get you some motivation. Like I was watching one of them organizer videos and just watching for weeks and weeks, and then all of a sudden, it's the motivation hit me, and I organized a couple of drawers. Went online, ordered a bunch of stuff for organization, got the ideas, and went to work. I mean, sometimes you just need to follow someone that motivates you or influences you. And after a couple of weeks or a day, depending how long it takes you, you're going to find it. Okay. You're just going to find it. I find that having pretty things around me help me keep my space a little bit nicer, help me treat myself a little bit nicer, and helps me to expect more out of life. And it motivates me to do more. So like flowers, decor, shiny, sparkly things like this water cup helps me drink more water. I like cute cups because it makes me drink more water. And I think that trend has caught on with a lot of these cute mugs and cups out here. People are more hydrated now than ever, which is a good thing. You know, nobody wants to drink out of a cheap, ugly plastic cup or a glass that you could just drop and break. You can't take nowhere. The sparkly cup motivates people to drink more water or whatever, or take hydration with them. So now people are literally addicted to having cups, which is a new habit of drinking water. You see? So create motivation with what you do. The products that you buy, they should all motivate you to be better, not just sit there. Like, for example, like Rose Forever, shameless plug, sent me this beautiful bouquet. And this motivates me to get up every day and look just as beautiful as these roses. These are well-preserved, allergen-free roses that will last forever, but definitely stay beautiful and fresh for up to like a year. They smell good and reminds me to preserve myself as well. So if y'all like these roses or y'all want y'all's man to order you some for Valentine's Day, or you want to just buy them for yourself, they come in this beautiful velvet box. Use my code SheRa15. It's linked in the description bar, the first one. Just go to roseforever.com. And when you purchase whatever one you like, put in my code when you get to the checkout or send your man the links. But definitely having beautiful things like this just reminds you that you too deserve more, not to settle for less, look your best, preserve yourself, all those kind of things, you know. Flowers do that for women. They like if you give yourself flowers or if you get flowers from men, it shows appreciation, it shows beauty, it shows femininity, it shows delicacy. So if you have you know, the goal of becoming more feminine, make sure you surround yourself with feminine things like flowers, feminine colors, and it motivates you to want to act, talk, dress, whatever, in a more feminine fashion. Okay. But definitely replace negative habits that you want to change with positive habits. I have not had any work done. All I've had is lip injections. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I take care of my skin. I've been taking care of my skin since junior high school. I've had a skin routine since junior high school. Yes. Even though it was a 3-step routine back then, now it's like a 12-step routine. And now, like all the stuff that they have out now, people are doing like all these skincare routines now, getting the glass, glowy skin, you know, not stressing out definitely helps. Drinking a lot of water definitely helps. I've always been a water drinker. I live in the South in a humid climate as well. So that's also a factor. A lot of y'all may live in dry, cold climates or dry climates or something. I live in a humid climate. So there's more moisture in the air where I live. So it's probably better for my skin. Okay. Yeah, I don't drink alcohol a lot. I do every once in a while in a social setting or just maybe to relax and have a glass of wine every now and then or champagne, but it's not a regular habit. So I definitely don't eat meat. I'm a plant-based eater, so that also may have something to do with it. Um, I've noticed that the less that I ate meat, the less inflammation that you would hold in your body, the less mucus that you hold in your body, which also improves your looks and your health, your gut health. Those are habits that you can change or at least, improve upon in order to have whatever you're looking for, how to, age less in the future or age, let's just say age gracefully. Genes, aging gracefully, diet, and all that kind of stuff. Like, okay, so a lot of people don't realize this. A lot of people say, "Oh, it's genetic. What people have, it's genetic. It's in their genetic." No, if you eat bad and your mama ate bad and your mama's mama ate bad, then that's why it looks genetic. Because a lot of stuff that people have, it's not really genetic. It's just y'all are passing down the bad habits, not the genes. Y'all are passing down the bad habits and y'all have the same genes, so those genes are being affected the same way. Because if you change certain things, they're not going to be passed down because it's the habits that are being passed down. People will swear up and down, "Oh, it's in my genes." No, it's not. It's in your diet. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, eh, you said what club was I at? That was old. I posted something on Instagram last night of me in a club a little while back, like a couple of weeks, maybe a month or so ago. I didn't post it when I was there though, because I didn't want nobody coming through. But I did meet a few people that knew who I was. It was funny. Um, but yes, having better habits is going to help your future and your future relationship too. Because sometimes men are attracted to certain things in certain people, and good habits are definitely one of them. You want me to share my skin routine? I have a video coming up very soon, maybe in the next week or two. Well, I will share my skincare routine. I have a whole theme. I went all out. I'm gonna have a whole theme. I'm gonna do it different. I'm gonna have a whole theme skincare routine. Y'all gonna love it, hopefully. I'm getting creative now that I have more time to think and better habits and I'm more organized. I'm getting a little bit more creative this time. I don't know. I can't speak for, the consistency of that because editing videos takes a lot of time. And if I do it, it's out of the love of making the content. So if I really like an idea that I'm going to be doing, I'll definitely take the time to edit it. So this is something that I will take the time to edit, my skincare routine with a theme, just because it's something different and fun. Okay. And I have lots of different stuff that I'll be using, but basically y'all know the same stuff everyone uses. There's different brands, but it's the same concept. So switching out different brands, you got your serum, you got your moisturizer, you got your toners, you got this, you got that. It's all the same, just different brands. So I have a theme that I'm going to be doing, and it's going to be so cool. At least in my opinion, I'm going to try. I'll try to get my daughter Sasha to help me with it because she's very creative too. Okay. You said, would I be a flight attendant if I were 22? No. And the reason why I don't have anything against being a flight attendant, but if I were 22, I would be getting more on land than in the sky, maybe. I would be getting more money on the land than in the sky. Sprinkle, sprinkle. First of all, I don't really like airports, so I couldn't like. I really just couldn't be known. I like the coziness of being in my own home a lot. So I wouldn't want to be sleeping in a hotel or traveling back and forth every day on a plane. Plus the radiation in them planes all day, every day will definitely age you prematurely. So I will be thinking about all that. It's not good for you, all that radiation in the plane, in the sky, the ozone and all that stuff year after year. I'm not getting ready to put myself in that situation. Plus all them screaming kids on a plane, somebody passing gas and you stuck at the cabin. No, thank you. I'm too bougie to be stuck somewhere where I can't leave. It's like, oh, I can't leave. Oh, we got a problem. It stank. You acting a fool. I don't want to be here anymore. I can't just walk off the plane. I don't know, unless I got a parachute, but I don't like to be somewhere I just can't leave at any time. That's number one. You can't even walk out on your job. You gotta wait. So no, ma'am. If I can't walk out when I want to, I'm not gonna be a part of it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. The only way that I would be a flight attendant if it was for a private jet. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's the only way, baby. If that's the only way. So check out those private airports. My pillow cracks be up. I got little lips. I got a macaroon. I got a little love letter pillow. It has like writing on it. It's themed for Valentine's Day. I'll switch it up. I'll probably go back after Valentine's Day. I'm probably just going to go back to the all white. But I thought I'd give y'all a little color to look at because everybody used to think it was a fake background. So I kind of messed it up a little bit so y'all could know. Okay. What book am I currently reading? I just finished my book. Finally finished my book. It was 1,000 and something pages, and I did not want it to end, but it finally ended. So I just got done reading The Witching Hour by Anne Rice. It's like the Mayfair Witches. Like if y'all are familiar with the series, The Mayfair Witches. I was reading that book before that series even came out, and I was kind of reading it slowly so I could thoroughly understand and enjoy it. So I finally finished it today. Next, I'm going to be reading. I don't know yet for sure. I have a stack of books that I may consider reading. Let me see what I got here. I got a bunch of books. I got stacks on there. Actually, I started reading 2 books that I never finished, but they got boring. So I just said I had to do it. And plus, it was just a retelling of another story that I've already written. So, read. You ever find a fictional book that's just a retelling of something else that's already that's like old and you've already read it before? It's kind of like that. Like I already know what the story is going to do. I already know it's going. So do I want to finish it? Maybe not. Let's see. I got this one. Victorian Mysteries. This is a bunch of short stories. My daughter bought this, Sasha, because she's a writer and she likes writing in this era, Victorian era. So I bought her this book. Then I got the only purple house in town. This is kind of like a cozy novel about this girl inheriting a big Victorian mansion. Because once again, the Victorian theme. And I think her aunt was a witch and left it to her. So then I have one called The Puzzle Master, which is very, intellectually stimulating, that I might read too. And I have this Grady Hendrix, How to Sell a Haunted House, that I might read too. So we shall see which one I shall read. That's another one of my good habits, is reading. Reading fiction, reading nonfiction, writing. It just helps you become like more aware of certain things and get a little bit more knowledge on certain things, and also helps improve your vocabulary a little bit too. Okay. You said, okay, Nikita says her dad controls her finances. Well, then you got to learn how to control them on yourself. Okay. If he has a credit card, I'm going to tell you to do the same thing that these girls do with their sugar daddies. If you use his credit card, buy inventory and start a business instead of wasting the money. You start a business and then you could be in control of your own finances. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Start a business. The reason why I tell y'all start online businesses and stuff is because you get to keep all the profit, especially if you don't have employees. If you're a one-woman show like me, most of the stuff you get to keep the profits. Make sure you pay them taxes. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Or you get you a sugar daddy that gives you money so that no one has financial control over you, and then start you a business. There you go. How do I manage my time with my businesses? I choose businesses that take the least amount of time to operate. I have dropship businesses, e-commerce business. I write books. I make money in my sleep. If you figure out how to make money in your sleep, you'll be rich. So I make money in my sleep. I do like my YouTube videos, but that's fun for me because I like doing this, and I've done this so long, for 12 years. But all those businesses stemmed from being on YouTube. So create something that you can make money with at any time, anywhere, and do the least. Some people invest, some people have online businesses, some people have dropship businesses. Some people just, like, you all see them people on TikTok, they get free stuff and you just advertise it, and if people buy it, you get a little commission off of it. Like, y'all seen some of my videos on TikTok where I offer and advice and information on things that products that I like. It's the same thing. So figure out how to get paid in your sleep and you'll be happy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And do research. Like, do research. If you want to know something, Google it, because you can literally read and understand something more when you're doing the research and actually looking for it. When you're ready, you're going to find it. When you're ready, you're going to look for something, get all the information you need on it, and then start to check that list off of goals that you're trying to achieve. If someone gives you something for free, if someone just tells you something, the knowledge is definitely valuable, but it's less valuable to you unless you go and do your own research. You know what I'm saying? Unless you go looking for the answers. It's not literally going to help you if you're not motivated to do it. So if you really want to know what something is, you need to go do your research and get the information. It's a lot of times it's more simple than you think. Because if you look at people and say, well, if they can do it, I know I can do it. That's definitely true. What do you do if you live in a country where men don't really appreciate high maintenance women? Coach, move. um, Change the culture. That's the only thing you can do. Either move or change the culture. Okay. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thank you, ZZ. How to not be available without feeling bad. How not to be too available without feeling bad. Okay, think about this. If you're constantly, like, you ever had a perfume where if you wore it too much, you don't like the way it smells anymore? That's you. If you are too available. If you're always available, that's you. You ever wore a perfume to where you can't even smell it no more? Think about it. Switch it up, do something different. You don't feel guilty about it because you're going to feel worse when you're too predictable and they're bored of you. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Suggest them to do something else that they enjoy. Like if you can't make it, it's like, oh, you know what? You should go do this instead. And, I'll call you later, but I want you to go have fun and enjoy yourself. Meanwhile, I got to do A, B, C, and D, but I'll be thinking about you and I'll text you. That way you don't feel guilty because you're telling them go do something else instead. You're thinking about them. You're going to text them and to go enjoy their day. You seem busy. You seem like you got some business. That's kind of refreshing versus being stuck up under somebody all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of refreshing when you have your own life and stuff to do, and it makes them miss you. And the next time that they see you, they treat you better and they appreciate you more. So you could be nice by suggesting them something to do and tell them you'll text them and call them and that you'll be thinking about them. Even though you might not. Just tell them. They don't care. As long as you don't feel bad and guilty about something that most people shouldn't feel bad or guilty about. Some people got that issue. Okay. How to gain confidence if you're already pretty? Be smart. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you already look good, then make sure your intelligence also looks good. Now, that's for you. It's not for everybody though. Your intelligence is not for everybody. It's for yourself. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get in the habit of learning something new or just continuously learning whatever you're interested in. Because you never know, like one day you may bump into someone or start a conversation with someone that has similar interest or knowledge, and that's how you can click. That will be your ticket in. You never know. It's like continue reading and improving your mind. I don't think, competing, as far as careers are concerned, but just general knowledge of certain things or niche knowledge of certain things can get you in the doors of places you never thought. Thank you, B. Gonzalez. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You fell off your level up. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Get back on it, girl. I'm definitely never falling off again, girl. You got to learn your lesson. Okay. Be the motivation as well by looking in the mirror. Get you one of these cardboard cutouts of how you want to look. And if you can't improve upon it or stay at that level, then get up and do something. This is good motivation. I got this from a store called All Personalizations or All Personalization. It's all one word, All Personalization. And it's not even expensive to get. You could get that. And then you can use my code SheRaSeven, all one word. Get you one too. And stay motivated. It's right there. You're going to have to wake up to it every day. Wake up to yourself every day looking your best. That's motivation for me. I look at that thing. If I don't look better or just the same, I got to do something. Okay, so never fall off. Keep your motivation right there, like I do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you don't, even if you have to keep it as a screensaver on your phone, do that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You stopped eating chicken and your skin cleared up. Thank you, spicy sashimi. Yes. A lot of people notice that after they stop eating meat and a bunch of fried foods as well, that their skin will totally change. Mm-hmm. In a miraculous way. You said that cutout don't do me justice. Thank you. It it's okay though. It gets the job done. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, another good habit that I have developed. I don't do it all the time, but when I was doing this, and when I do it at least weekly, it definitely helps me. Having a planner. Okay, I sell sprinkle sprinkle planners on my little Zazzle store, but I also have another planner. I have like several planners, but I write stuff down that I want to get done or to remind me to do stuff. You can do it on your phone or you can write it down. I like writing it down because I can decorate it and put stickers on it and get creative with it. But I am more productive when I do my planning, and it doesn't have to get done like in a stressful way. It just has to be mentioned so that I'll get to it sooner rather than later. Because I don't like having things set in stone unless they're appointments, you know. I don't like doing things and saying, oh, well, I have to do this today or I have to do that. I'm like, I should do this today or this week. So I don't put too many limits on myself, but I do put a little bit of, emphasis on what I want done. So, and a lot of these have the little check marks that you can check off what you're doing. So I've become more productive and been able to do way more by having a planner. And I plan out the week. Some things may change, some things may not. I know what packages are coming. I know, and in this planner, it says habits. So I list my habits. And the first one is gratitude. Second one is vitamins. Third one is eat healthy. Okay, so here's some of my habits. I'm going to show y'all. Don't be looking at my bad handwriting, but I was in a hurry. All right. So I got a little friends that work somewhere and they want me to surprise them. They're their coworker on their birthday, so I have to call up there. Some people said that I should offer that service, like calling people to I don't know what it's called. Like call people to say happy birthday or hey girl, you don't need to be worried about that dusty. But I don't know. So I'm gonna do it for my friend and her coworker. She works like in the government office or whatever. And so I'm gonna do that for her and see how it goes. If it Cameo? Okay, yeah. So if it goes well, then I might sign up for that. Maybe, maybe not. But the thing that I thought about is like people would ask me to do things that I might not be comfortable with. So I don't know. But anyway, so my habits are gratitude, eating healthy, vitamins. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all. All right, so I don't want y'all looking at my terrible handwriting. Gratitude, vitamins, eating healthy, skincare, promote my books and my stuff, go live, make up bed, eat more protein, be kinder. And then I have all my little orders, my monthly orders from Shein, Temu, and Amazon. I don't have any orders fulfilled yet because they haven't arrived except for the Amazon. So I put that there. Yes, I shop everywhere. A lot of places send me free stuff. A lot of places give me free stuff. So definitely have to self-promote, know what packages are coming in, write the stuff down, and I get to check off these little dots here every time. So today is Wednesday. I'm gonna check off all my checks. I hadn't taken my vitamin today, so I can't check that off. Actually, I did. I took it this morning, I think. Well, I'll take some more. This is very helpful. Could you recommend high quality hair brands on or wigs? No, I can't, because I get stuff for free. Like I told you, people send me free stuff. So I don't know if it's high quality or not because I didn't pay for it, but I have had wigs made for me personally before that cost like $700 to $800. So I don't know if that's within y'all's price range or not. But most of the stuff I get is for free since I am online a lot. But y'all can recommend me something and I'll see if they'll send me something for free. I'm only going to invest that much money if they're going to custom design it for my hair or my own hair, my own head. You didn't answer my question about social media engagement. Okay, did you send a super chat? Let me see. Blah, 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 blah. I don't see it, ma'am. Did you ask it in the super chat? Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. I didn't see it. Oh, whatever it is, if I didn't see it, it didn't get highlighted. I couldn't see it. Okay. Sorry. Ask it again, girl. Why not shout out the people that sent you free stuff? I do. But see, the reason why I don't do it on every video is because some of y'all are haters and I don't want that company to look bad, you know? So I'm preserving some of the people's businesses because there's so many haters sometimes that I would rather just do a promo on Instagram or TikTok with it rather than have negative comments associated with a product or a wig company, because there's people out there that's just mad at themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I always kind of look out for the brand. If I can tell that some people are being like haters or something like that, I try to look out for the brand instead of just naming stuff out. Because if people are being facetious or being evil or being like hateful, I don't want the brand to have to suffer for that, because a lot of the brands are my followers. You know, a lot of people start their own businesses. A lot of people have companies that sell hair or sell wigs and they give me free stuff. And I don't want some haters' negative comment to affect their business. So I'm very careful of what I do. So if people are trying to be funny or they're just jealous or just mad or they don't like certain things, I don't want that to reflect on someone else's money. Okay, sprinkle. So everybody knows how to Google stuff. Everybody knows what to put in. Everybody knows my Instagram is SheRaSeven. I am definitely verified there. Y'all can go look through my reels on my Instagram. I definitely probably did a shout out for this wig if y'all are interested. Sprinkle. But I will definitely not engage in bashing someone's business because someone is mad in the comments. I won't do it. All right. Sprinkle. And I said earlier, a lot of people wear wigs for different reasons. So if you're in a habit of wearing a wig because you don't want to wear or do your real hair like I do, like I don't like doing my real hair because I live in a humid climate. And when I step outside, my hair does not stay the same as it did after, grooming it, curling it, doing all that stuff for 30 minutes. As soon as I walk outside in this Houston humid weather, it's a whole different story. So I wear wigs for convenience, for style, and so I don't have to do my hair. A lot of people wear wigs because they have to wear wigs because they don't like their hair. I like my hair. I like to switch it up. I don't like to dye my hair. So if I want a different color, I just throw on a wig. Some people wear wigs because they want people to believe it's their real hair. This ain't my real hair, and I don't want you to believe that it is. Okay. So I don't put too much emphasis on trying to make you believe that it's real, because I'm telling you it's fake. Some people put too much emphasis on one thing and they forget so much other stuff. So yes, if people send me free wigs, I will definitely wear them. I will definitely shout them out on social media. But if you're upset because you don't like what the wig that I chose today or how to wear it, that's literally your problem now. It has nothing to do with me. I still get my money. I still get my royalties. I still get my views and everything. So I'm not going to shout out the wig company if there's too many haters being jealous or hating in the comments. I will do that on my social media, where I can definitely get more attention there and more circulation for the company. Tips on protecting your energy besides cleansing. Stop caring. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There you go. Protect your energy by not allowing other people's problems to be yours and continue on. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Look for something more positive and prosperous to do, like I do. I get paid. Find out 40-year-old makes what? 10K, is married with 1 kid, said it's a contract and that he sent her divorce papers. You're 21. Advice. Don't believe the hype, planty lady. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just get the money and date several. He tells everybody that. Just get the money. Whatever he's offering you, take it, and also date other men. You're 21. He's old. He's married. He probably married somebody his own age. She's probably Barbara the Builder. He probably don't like being married. He probably didn't even want to get married in the first place. Now he looks like he got a little some, because 10,000 a month ain't nothing to somebody his own age. I'm telling you that. So you're 21. You're impressed by 10K. So he's gonna flex and look like he got something for you. He's never probably gonna leave his wife. She probably Barbara the Building with him, and he just wants something extra on the side. So go get your little Forever 21 shopping spree. Get your little phone bills paid. Go eat at Cheesecake Factory, or get you a Louis Vuitton bag or a Chanel, and have a good day. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Enjoy the moment and have several. Don't make him the only one. I'm trying to help you. Have more than one. He ain't serious about nothing, but looking like he got something. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Remember, 10K a month is a lot to a 20-year-old, but not to a 40-year-old. Okay. Just get your little mall shopping spree, get your little food, get your little Valentine's Day gift, get your little direct deposits, ma'am. Like, more power to you, but understand that he can't be the only one, because it's not going to be enough money for you, especially if you listening to my channel. You said, please don't be kinder. I didn't say kind. I said kinder. 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 Okay. Girl. Do I have views on the higher power? If you're not the higher power, who is, ma'am? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I think my view on the higher power is a perspective thing. So there's a theory. I don't even remember what it's called, but it's, if there was one giant power with lots of, like, okay, imagine a balloon or a ball. Imagine a ball, and each point on the ball was a perspective. So each point on a ball was the perspective of a person. Let's just take this cup, because it's easier to explain. Let's say each crystal on this cup is a different perspective, and this cup as a whole is the higher power. So as a whole, each perspective of this is the higher power, but just from a different perspective. So if this is my perspective right here, and this is your perspective right here, or you're right here, then if we all are connected, then we all have a different perspective, but we're all part of the higher, or the whole. You know what I'm saying? So that's my perspective on any type of higher power. You're all connected to it, and you could tap into it if you want to, if you understand who you are and what you are. Now, some people are taught that they're not part of it in their religion. Some people believe that and believe it. So, the same thing with this, you know. Some people just may be higher on top than the other ones, but it's all a perspective. Okay. Thank you. You said, I know who I am. It's only my perspective that matters. Okay, exactly. Like, it's your time to shine, ma'am. If you're missing out of this, it's going to look incomplete, right? Oh, your stuff is cracked. Look, don't be this. Look, this fell off in the car. Okay. Okay, I missed your super chat. Hold on, let me see. Oh, let me see. Okay, the only one I missed is looking beautiful, Shira. I'm going freestyling after work around 6. Where do you recommend I go and what to wear? Sprinkle, sprinkle. The rich side of town, no doubt. Wherever you going, make sure it's on the rich side of town. And don't wear nothing that looks like you're trying too hard. Wear something that looks like you just got off work, because that's what happy hour is for. All right. It's not to go and try too hard and look like this. But and think about this. It's nice to go to happy hour, but it's better to go out during the day. But if you can't, definitely go to happy hour on the rich side of town. And don't look like you're trying too hard. Look like you got off of work at a nice, decent place that you work at. I don't know. Business chic office siren. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Business chic office siren. If you have even if you don't got no office job, you can look like you know, cute. You at happy hour. That's what happy hour is for. It's, y'all know what happy hour is? It's when you get off work, don't want to sit in traffic, so you go have a drink somewhere. It's not that you go home, get dressed, and come back. That's just called going out. Okay. Happy hour is for people that don't want to sit in traffic and commute. That's literally what it is. So dress like it. Most people that go to happy hour don't want to sit in traffic, or they're taking a little drink before they go home, or getting a little snack before they go home. So dress like, you know, you're going to happy hour. Thank you, Zala. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to change topic when asked how much do you make? If a man is asking you that, just laugh. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just like, I make enough for you to, I make enough to only date providers. Well, I make enough to where I can only date providers. Okay. Provider types. Well, I make enough to know that I can only date providers. It could go either way, ma'am. But I would never, a man should never ask you how much money you make. You know, he does to girl. Okay. He says some men are so pushy now. How I make in it? How about how much you know how much you make it a day, as if they're trying to see how much to give me. Okay. Then lie, ma'am. Say less. Thank you, plant lady. You got 2 men looking for 4 more. Okay. You make 8K a month and you just want to know what I can get from his little chick. Girl, as much as you can. Several streams of income is better than just one. You got to have several. Think about this. Having several men give you money is the same thing as having several businesses that give you income. Okay. It's the same thing. Let's say you have 3 online businesses and they're making a certain amount of money, right? If you got 3 guys giving you money, now you got 6 streams of income. 6 streams, ma'am. 6. All that do is stack and stack and reinvest back into yourself or whatever you choose to invest in. Okay. It doesn't matter what you already got. It matters how much you get to and how much you gonna have. So a lot of people don't realize this. They always say, well, why are you on here if you already have money? Because I need more money, or I like more money. And my future is going to have more money in it. And in order for that money to come, I got to be doing something in order for it to come in, right? You know, or I got to be dating a man that at least has money coming in. If I want a man in, with money in the future, like if I were single and I was saying, okay, well, I can only date this type of guy because that's what I want in my future. That's a habit. Getting up every day and figuring out how to get more streams of income shows you your future. Okay, it shows you your future. Some of these people out here that y'all look up to that look like they're living a lifestyle, if they're not continuously making money in their sleep, that's not going to stay there. Or if the person that they're with that's, providing for them is not continuously making money in their sleep, that's not going to stay. That's not what their future is going to look like. So you got to figure out how to continuously earn in your sleep, make a habit to figuring out how to get more streams of income. And that's one way. Dating several, it doesn't matter how much you make, how much are they giving to you to add to it? Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Because of you, you dated up until you entered 40-year age gap marriage with provider for 2 years. He's controlling and insecure, voice recorders and house. Girl, you too young and cute. The whole thing is you need to make them laugh. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You need to say stuff that don't make sense for no reason. Thank you, Miss Grace. But at least you got your money. Now you gotta have your brain with it. So start talking about stuff that doesn't make sense. Start talking about stuff that he's going to be wasting his time listening to. Girl, get you the app on the phone. It sounds like you're continue. That's hilarious. Like I would say stuff that didn't even make sense. I would just start reading out of some crazy book. Pretend I was on the phone call. I would literally mess with them so bad if I found that out. So you're in a good position right now to where you can flip the script and just mess with them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can be like, hey, like say something like really crazy that they're gonna have a problem with. Like, say you think you say that you think he's gay. Pretend like you're talking to your friend. Like, girl, I think he's gay. Like, mess with him. Okay. I don't know. I think I saw him looking at some dude's butt the other day, like too hard. And when he gets home after listening to whatever he's been listening to, he's gonna be acting a little different, and you gonna know why. Girl, I would mess with him all day, every day. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Then he's gonna just stop listening to it because he don't want to hear it no more. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Your MHM likes my channel. Okay, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that, Mia. You said play white noise. Someone says play white noise and they won't be able to pick it up. Out. Yeah, if you want peace and quiet, you don't want to have to worry about that. That's fine, but I would definitely be messing with them. Be petty, ma'am. You said you can literally drop dead from messing with another woman's husband, especially if she's a praying wife. Okay, well, y'all believe all that stuff, and it happens every day. Ain't nobody didn't drop dead unless they had bad health. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But a lot of people believe that, and that's great. A lot of people don't. That's why the world keeps continuously moving and turning. But remember this. I'm going to tell you something. Women don't mess with other people's husbands. Husbands go out looking for women. Y'all have to understand this. It's like the man can't be blamed. Keep your husband at the house, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you can keep him home, you ain't got to worry about it. It's always the ones that are insecure and scared that they man out there messing with other women, but they gonna blame the other woman. Man, keep your man at home. You said that money ain't married. Exactly. That money is not married. If that man ain't acting married, then you need to get him in line then, ma'am. Don't be out here wishing death on women and your husband is the one breaking vows. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why don't you pray for your husband to be a better husband, ma'am, instead of praying on women that he's preying on? I think we all need to correct that, because the woman is always looking at the other woman. When it's the man, you need to be worried about whether he's breaking his vows or not. Because if one woman don't mess with him, the next one will, ma'am. So you need to clock the problem, which is him. You say he's been plotting. Exactly. Okay. You said the married ones be the biggest tricks. Exactly. Go to any strip club, go to any happy hour, go to any bar and ask women, what type of man hit on you the most? They're going to tell you married man. So you need to go check the real problem. Women out here minding their business, and men who literally took vows is up and all in their business. So you need to check the problem, not the woman. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get rid of that mentality. All right. Thank you. You said you was a stripper and all the married men cheat and try to get with you. Exactly, Asia. So tell these married women it's not y'all, it's them. It's the men. And we don't care. We already know the truth. So pray for your man to be better, not for women to drop dead because your man don't act married. Anyway, sprinkle, sprinkle. You said if a woman get a hold of you for messing with your man, trusted girl, don't nobody believe that no more. If you got to defend your dusty or your man, then he don't want you anyway. Why don't you figure out how to become a better woman so your man don't have to go look for other women? It's always the women that be out in the street fighting with a baby in their arm over some dust. Okay. No, this is 2025. Get your man. If he don't like you, then he don't like you, ma'am. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. You can threaten all the women you want, but the real threat is under your own roof. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The real threat is the dude that's not acting married. You said patriarchy got y'all brainwashed. Exactly. Why are you going to put yourself in danger because your man can't act right? Why are you going to put yourself out there because your man can't act right? Why are you going to take upon a problem that's not your problem? Okay. If the man don't act right, you're going to put yourself in a position to be winding up arrested. No. Do better. Put yourself as the priority. If your husband don't act married, then address that problem. It's not the woman's fault. The woman is just out there looking cute, trying to meet a single man when a married man will walk up to him. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. All right. You said they know that men want everything outside the house but refuse to let him go. Exactly. Don't be coming in here defending these men. You're threatening women. It's the wrong spot, baby. We don't judge over here like that. Thank you, Casey. Said give Sheba some likes. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Before I went viral, how did you stay consistent, motivated when your content flopped? I never thought about my content as flopping. I always thought about helping people and getting them the lifestyle that they should have. It wasn't about going viral, because when I started this channel, wasn't no such thing as going viral. All right. When I started my channel, wasn't no such thing as viral. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And the way that I stay motivated is the same way that most people stay motivated by something that they're passionate about. I'm passionate about helping other women get this bag so they don't have to be mad at their selves and their lives because they chose wrong because they didn't know better. Nobody taught them better. I got free time. I ain't got to work. You know, I want my daughters to grow up in a better world with, you know, better options. So I do what I have to do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Last year, your videos. Okay, last year you found my videos and you have done a complete turnaround in relationships. Now you're focusing on leveling up. No dusty. Okay, ma'am. CET, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. Thank you, Grace. More money because you motivated to get me up to do my hair. Okay, Grace. I hope your hair turned out looking cute. Sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. Okay. You said you're a hairdresser, Bill, and you get hit on every day by married men. I bet you do, girl. I bet you do. What? You better be careful. There's women out there preying on you to drop dead because their husbands are coming on to you. You taking extra tips and gifts from them too? Sprinkle, sprinkle. IoT Stone, sprinkle, sprinkle. Provider only sends checks and money orders. I'm grateful. However, blows up phone every day. 20 plus paragraphs, essays, messages, chat bot, ma'am. T-Stone, get you a chat bot to answer him back. Get you a chat bot. Copy paste what he's saying. And get the response from the chat bot to answer him back or whatever. He just really wants somebody to talk to. He may not know AI exists yet on the phone. He may not know about them AI girlfriends. So you know about them. So copy paste or get you a chat bot if you don't feel like talking to him all day and every day. Shira, your advice helped you find your husband. Thank you, Lil Jim. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, I'm so glad. Congratulations.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Girl, Siri think I'm talking to her. Siri, I'm not talking to you. Thank you, Miss Amber. She sent me a cash app. Miss Amber. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Girl, thank you, girl. Okay. Yeah. And y'all have to also know one thing, like about my channel. I didn't start this channel to go viral. There was no such thing as viral when I started this channel. Also, most of the stuff that y'all see online, I don't even post that. Other people do. So my intention was only to help people get to the bag, get their money, know their value, know their worth, make the world better, change the culture from broke culture to sprinkle, sprinkle culture. So that's what I, set out to do, continue doing. And we really didn't care if we went viral or not. Over here, the messages were still getting out. Those who knew, and they were doing better. So maybe someone took it upon themselves to make my videos go viral because they wanted everybody else to know as well. And that was a good thing. But it wasn't going to stop what I was doing. Whether I was viral or not, I would have been still up here every day anyway, or every other day. Those day ones, no. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, those day ones, they know. In fact, some people were upset that I went viral because now everybody knows. They wanted to gatekeep me, huh? Sprinkle, sprinkle. So my advice, okay, I didn't really answer the question. My advice is to stay motivated, is to be passionate about what you're doing. And do it for the reason that you're doing it for and not just to go viral. Okay. You want to keep Shira to yourself? Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you stay motivated to date someone when you're not physically attracted to them? Because I'm not dating the person. I'm dating the future possibilities. Your habits determine your future in a good way. So think about what this is going to turn into versus what it's looking like right now. Yeah. If you're going to make a cake and you have a bunch of ingredients, that doesn't look like a cake. The ingredients separated don't taste good, baby, except for the sugar. You put it all together, mix it up, put a little timer on, In the future, you're going to have a cake, baby. Make cake. Okay, them ingredients don't look good together until they're mixed up. A couple of things are added like heat, time, decorations. Then your result is going to be a cake. So it doesn't matter what they look like, ma'am. It matters what your future is going to look like and what you're going to be doing. How do you freestyle, or should we wait to approach when sitting at a bar? Yeah. Yeah, you just go out looking cute, and whoever approaches you, hopefully they got some money, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's look like you're having a good time, enjoying yourself. People like people that look like they're enjoying themselves, and they'll mostly be attracted to you because you don't look desperate and like you're sitting out there waiting for somebody to come up to you. You look like you're already having a great time, and they like your energy, so they will approach. Yeah, you just go out and have fun, and they like what they see. They coming over, ma'am. Uh-huh. Don't look desperate, just enjoy the outing. Exactly. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So you said the Dusties be mad. Well, they can only be mad at themselves temporarily until they realize that they got to do some self-improvement as well. You know, a Dusty don't want to stay dusty, baby. They don't like what they hear. They may be mad, but they're going to get up and do something about it eventually. So, I mean, in a way, I'm helping everybody. Dusties too, ma'am. Yep. Hmm. Have I ever had my heart broken? Yes. I keep telling this story every time y'all ask me this question. June 25th, 2009 was a Thursday. I remember it very well. My heart was broken on that day. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's it, ma'am. Like, I keep a little memorabilia about that day all throughout my house. It's like everywhere I look, I'm reminded of that heartbreak all the time. It's like, what can I do about it? What happened? Well, sprinkle, sprinkle, y'all. Let's have a moment of silence for my heartbreak in 2009. All right. Yes, I've had my heart broken. I still keep his picture, girl, right there. All right. How many people remember the date of their heartbreak? Not many. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He said, I actually believed you. Well, you should believe it. That's the truth. Okay. So anyway, how many months into seeing each other Should a provider make you his girlfriend? Well, it depends on your standards, baby. It's all up to you whether they're good enough to be your boyfriend. Are they providing for you? Do you feel safe? Are you getting everything you want? You know, that's up to you. I would say as long as they're providing and they're going to be a provider boyfriend, definitely. Mm-hmm. You said you was tuned into this heartbreak story. I know, right? And then you laughed. But it's the truth, though. Think about it. Let me tell y'all a secret. Ain't no man or no Dusty or anybody ever break my heart, or I ever felt the same way that I felt when on June 25th, 2009. So that trumps it all, baby. Like, I could care less. I don't care what happened to you. I don't care what happened to you. I don't even know this person. Never even met him. But that was heartbreak for me. Yes. Nothing compares to that. I don't care about them other Dusties. They weren't husband materials anyway. I don't care about them other dudes. They weren't husband anyway. They weren't husband material anyway. So who do I care? You have something else to compare something to. It's different. You said home wrecker. Can you even spell? There are a lot of people wreck homes. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Especially men. Men literally wreck homes by stepping outside and looking for something else besides whatever they're looking for at whatever they got at home. So we're still gonna blame the man. All right. How do you make him see you as wife material? By having high standards, darling. The highest standards. Thank you, Pink. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What if you messed up and called him a name and took it out of anger on him? If that's not your normal personality, then you can apologize and try to blame it on the alcohol if you were drinking. I normally drink a lot. I'm so sorry. Can you forgive me? I was drunk. Then hopefully that'll help. Blame it on alcohol, because most people, they be saying stuff when they drink too much. Maybe you can get away. Maybe he'll forgive you if it was for the alcohol. If you were sober, then, just tell him it was your hormones. Like, oh, my hormones were out of whack that day, and I'm so sorry. And, I was having a bad day because I was worried about my Aunt Ethel. Girl, bring up Aunt Ethel. She was sick, and I was in a bad mood, and I didn't know what else to do, and it just snapped. Bring on fake Aunt Ethel in. Just blame it on her. She ain't real anyway. Okay. And don't overreact emotionally in the future. Understand that. That's a bad habit too. A lot of us fall guilty of it, but we can try every time to correct it or do better. Okay. What are my thoughts on Melania Trump? Okay, first gold digging first lady. Sprinkle, sprinkle, ma'am. We like gold diggers. Trophy wives and gold diggers. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Where did I put my other sticker? Got my MJ stickers ready. Ma'am, if y'all worried about your husbands, then make sure you look good every day. Make sure you spend all the money so he don't have the money to spend on other women. If you worried about your man, go talk to your man. Go look good for your man. Go make sure that he's still chasing you. Don't target other women. That's not your problem. Your problem is the man who took vows with you. Y'all get on my nerves with this pygmisha stuff. Okay? If you're insecure, just say you're insecure. So many women blame women. They don't even realize the man is the one that's breaking the vow. Stop it, y'all. Just stop. Men are going to be men. Women are going to always prosper off of men being men. If you don't like it, don't get married. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm just gonna tell y'all, y'all can't go around threatening other women when your husband is the problem. Yes, you said home wrecker. Yep. Question all 33 to 50-year-old man. He gave you 3K but isn't generous, has 700K in retirement, wants da da da. He knows you're okay, ma'am. This is why you have more than one. Get his money and get someone else. Be working on somebody else's at the same time. Okay. If you're putting all the numbers out there, it might not be enough for you. So you might want to add one to the roster. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah. If you're doing all that math, you need to go ahead and just add another one to the roster. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, yeah, don't target other women, Shira. This needs to be on time person of the year. Thank you, ma'am. Shame all those bullies and mind-blowing cowards. Exactly, ma'am. Like somebody gotta say it. Nobody gonna shame nobody over here. Y'all get y'all men in line or shut up and don't get married. Y'all worried about it. Y'all one of the people that be like, do all men cheat? I don't believe that. Well then why are you so mad? A lot of women get mad at other women when their husband is the problem. So if you make a habit out of seeing the real problem, then you won't be so mad all the time. So many women will scroll and find me and they will get mad because they know that I don't judge women who date married men or whatever, and they get mad at me when it's the man that's the problem. The man out there acting single. Get mad at the right person. Oh, you can't get mad at the man because you're what? A pygmisha? Okay, that's right. You'd rather get mad at the woman who is not the problem. You'd rather get mad at the women who are just sitting there minding their business. But at the same time, you're going to let your man come back in the house after he's been out dating whoever, but you're going to go look for the woman? Just like he went to go look for the woman? You might as well be gay then, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Might as well be a lesbian if you're going to be looking for women just like your husband. Have I tried Pilates? Yes, I have, darling. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Definitely. I think I have videos on here when I was actually in a class. All right. The habits of looking good every day, making yourself a priority, making your bed. Whatever habits are going to create your better future, that's what you do. Don't focus on the negative stuff. Focus on how to make things more positive and prosperous. And that way your future will look positive and prosperous. Okay, get your money, ma'am. Focus on only guys that have money. Don't focus on nothing else. Make yourself a priority. Like, don't focus on no dust. Make yourself a priority. Focus on you. And whoever you're dating is going to be a habit of the other type of men that you're going to start dating. Okay, so if you get in the habit of only dating money, that's all you're gonna have. Yeah, that's all you're gonna date is money. You can't go backwards. You can't go say, okay, well, I've done this and I've done that, so I think I'm gonna go get a dusty now. No, women don't go backwards in lifestyle, they go forward. So if you continuously have high standards, date guys with money, you'll never date broke again. Why? Because you can't go backwards. Women seldom go backwards in lifestyle. They level up, they marry up, they replace and do better. Okay. So get in the habit of doing that and you'll never have to worry again because your taste and your standards will not allow you to. You said she gonna find your address for your job and find you? Who? Girl, the man is the job. He's giving her. If a woman is dating a married man, he's obviously giving her money. She might not even have a job. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Your man is the job. The husband is the job, sir, ma'am. Right? These pygmies go after women because they subconsciously know the power of the feminine and they are asking them to give up their power to appease them. Exactly. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Now, okay, so we ain't gonna judge the pygmies today, but we are gonna say if you're building your man, if you're contributing 50-50 in your household and you mad at other women because your man is after them, stop going 50-50. Hang up the job and let your man be a full provider husband. Okay. If you worried about other women, because if you clocking in and you working and you chasing women, when do you have time for yourself? If you clocked in, worried about what your husband doing, calling women, trying to get them to lose their job, chasing women down, preying on them, when do you have time for you? That's my question. And when is your husband ever home? Y'all doing too much. When do you have time for yourself? When do you have time to go out? When do you have time to spoil yourself? Or if you're continuously worried about other women doing online investigations because your man can't stay married or act married. Like, when do you have time for yourself? I don't understand. And y'all ain't even being paid for that. Exactly. Focus on the real problem and create the solution and prosper from the solution. This is what you do. I'm going to tell y'all what to do. Pygmishas. If you are constantly worried about women and your husband, make money off of it. That means whenever you bust your husband to get gifts, to upgrade your vehicle, to stop paying bills, to get him to get a second job so he ain't got time to do what you allowing him to do by paying bills. You know what I'm saying? If you're not paying bills, if you're a stay-at-home wife, then make sure you spend his money so he ain't got money to give to the other chick, or make sure that you got something going on for yourself so you ain't even worried about what he's doing. You know, make sure you're doing you and living your best life instead of constantly worrying about somebody who don't even really like you. Oh, can, sprinkle, sprinkle. A 35-year-old keeps asking you to spend money on me. You've turned it down because of his age and he's not a target. He has money. You're 43. Oh, your thoughts. Definitely collect from anyone if they want to spend money. You don't have to marry that person. They may not be your future husband, but they can be your future investment in your own company as far as you get money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And make sure the money is free, no strings attached. Why? Because if he wants to be in your life, that's what it's going to take. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. He said, Shira, please worry about your man and what's best for you. I don't worry about my man, baby, because I don't care enough to worry about anybody except for my kids, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. My priority is not that. Priority is lifestyle and myself and my children. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to level up while also going through an extremely hard time. Family, okay, don't focus on the hard times because they're already done. All right. Focus on the level up, because if anybody wanted you to be happy, they would want you to focus on your level up and yourself. They wouldn't want you worried about them. Right. So focus on that. And never focus on the negative. Focus about what you still have, how you're still improving, how happy you are, how grateful you are, and let those things be those things in the past. Okay. Yeah, I really don't like the goal is already, let's see, the goal is still blooming as we speak, as far as the lifestyle and the future that my habits have determined. So still going in a good direction. My happiness and my value and my self-worth is not based on what other people do. and it never has been. That's why I'm very successful at what I do and how I view life, because I never put my happiness or my success based on the actions of another person. Never have, never will. So I really don't think a lot of people understand how to do that because they're looking for something different. So if you're going to look for a man, look for a man. If you're going to look for a lifestyle, look for a lifestyle. If you're going to look for a shortcut, look for a shortcut. Whatever you're looking for, you're going to find it. So make sure you're looking for the right thing. You don't know who I am, but what to do, where do you start? Okay. The mirror. Look in the mirror, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Start there, because that's where everybody else is going to start. All right. Look in the mirror and start there, because that's where everyone else is going to start. Here you go. Then go from there. Work from the outside in. Most people say the opposite, but that's not the truth. Because nobody wants to get to know you before they see you. They see you first. So work on the outside first. Then work on the inside. Because if you look good, you feel good. And if you feel good, you're more positive. If you're more positive, you're making better decisions and smarter decisions. If you're making smarter decisions, you're creating better habits. You're making better habits, you're making a better future. You have a good future, you're not in survival mode, you're having a positive day, then you can figure out what it is you actually want to do when you are out of survival mode. Okay? People that are in survival mode don't know who they are, because all they know is to survive. So free yourself somehow, some way, whether you get a sugar daddy, whether you save your money and invest, whether you start a business, whether you figure out, yourself by working on yourself and then leveling up, because that's all you can do. Okay. You said you could have been a great therapist. Not to everybody. I would have kicked some people out. Like, get out of my office. But thank you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Invest. Someone says invest in a personal trainer. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, invest in yourself, whatever it is that you need to be your best. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Put yourself first. Exactly. You started pole fitness as a hobby and your husband isn't supportive. Well, you should have told him then. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The husband don't need to know everything. Keep some stuff to yourself. Say you going to church. Say you going to Pilates. And go do what you want to do. Sometimes things like that will teach you in the future not to tell your husband everything. Okay? So now you know. Say you right. You were right. I'm just gonna sign up for Pilates. Then go do what you gotta do. Go have fun and swing on a pole if that's what you want to do. But the only thing is, stop telling them too much. It's none of their business, because it's not about them. Think about it. It is none of their business because it ain't about them. Mm-hmm. It is. Like, if the woman wants to do that on her own free time to boost her self-esteem, she don't have to tell nobody. She don't have to tell nobody, not even him. She could just say, I'm going to work out, and go do what she wants. Okay. You say you just learned that in your recent relationship. That's right. Don't tell them everything. Tell them what they need to know on a need to know basis. Not much. Okay. Learn that. Okay, yeah, learn that. You said dusty alert, girl. It's always somebody dust lurking somewhere. Don't worry about it. They'll figure it out. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Ma'am, if you're talking to women in that fashion, you're not on the same side as we are. Okay? You're indoctrinated in the patriarchal way of thinking that your value is less and that you want to blame the woman for everything. So continue over there, ma'am. We don't care about what you think. You're just the same as a man. Okay? If you're not giving us any money, we don't care what you think. Your mind is brainwashed with patriarchy. So continue to thrive in that. Hopefully you're getting money or not spending money. All right. Some people just, you got to tell them. They don't know. You said how to stop hating men by loving yourself. Don't see them as someone to hate, see them as something to profit off of. Oh, that man likes me. He wants to give me money. The goal is the money. Sprinkle, sprinkle, not the man. Stop making the goal the man. Make the goal the lifestyle that he can give you or the money that he can give you to invest in your business. You don't got to marry him. And if you do, then put the focus back on yourself and stay busy and do what you want to do. Y'all keep putting the focus on the wrong thing. So here you go. Y'all already know this. Half them women will, a lot of women in here ask me questions about women like certain people that are making negative comments. They ask me questions about women like that. What if they're hating? What if they say this? What if they say that? Because they're jealous. They don't know any better. They're brainwashed. We can't help them unless they wake up. Okay. So let them be. They're not part of this mindset. They're part of something else that doesn't serve them properly. And they're mad about it because you're living your best life. So let it be. Okay. Let it be, baby. They're mad at themselves. They're not mad at you. We've learned that a while ago. We've learned that women who lash out at other women are literally mad at themselves. There's no reason to lash out at other women over something that a man is doing. Just not. Thank you, Julie. Boyfriend gave you what? Okay, how to make him compensate? Girl, I don't know, man. All you got to do is, somebody said you could take legal action. So take legal action. I have no idea. Does he have money? Is he rich? Can he compensate you with money? Because some people be doing some stuff, legally. So I don't know. If he don't have no money, I don't know if you can do anything. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You still learning to accept that? Okay. Get money, ma'am, as much as you can. Yes. How to deal with loneliness, living in abroad all alone, and people are not talkative. Focus on yourself. Don't y'all have the computer? Don't y'all got them AI chat bots? Don't you have FaceTime? You can call whoever anywhere in the world now. We have technology. Okay. Most people that live in their own country and town don't even talk to normal people more than they talk to people online. Most people talk to people online more than they do to real people in real life. So just adjust. I feel like that's an easy adjustment if you have technology. Okay. Mm-hmm. You said people who are lonely need alone time the most. That's true. You learn sometimes if you spend a lot of time alone, you won't even realize you're lonely anymore after a while because you'll start to enjoy your own company. And other people will see that and they will want to join you because you look like you're just living your best life. You don't need any validation from the outside. And so that's when people are more attracted to you anyway. because they see something that they lack within and they want to see how you do it. So they mosey on over and introduce themselves. Okay. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, Lord, look at these. The trolls, how old are y'all? Like, are you even old enough to be here? Thank you, Shay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to get him back after cursing him out. Girl, they should like you more after you curse him out, if you did it right. Honestly, if they don't want you back after you cursed them out, then definitely they don't like you enough, because like you're not supposed to be able to get rid of some dude by just cursing them out, especially if they like you and you look good. Okay, they still need to be persistent after that. Right? You're wasting time with boyfriend in your prime being loyal. How to hide provider. You're 24 and serious relationship. I'm about to go find provider for real. Ma'am, you're 24. You should definitely only be dating providers. You need to dump whoever that broke dude is, because he's not ready for marriage anyway. Y'all are in y'all's 20. There's no way he wants to marry you. So just understand that. Go get somebody that has real money and you have a real future with. Because some of y'all youngsters who are dating men your own age will waste so much time with a man who never wants to even marry until he's like 40. So get your money and go date the serious dude that has money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Believe me, he won't even care. He's just going to go on to the next chick because he's in his 20s. I promise you. He'll be relieved probably. Okay. You say you don't see the Cash App? Y'all want the Cash App? There you go. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Please tell them 20s and 30s prime time. Okay. Yeah. I would say if you get a man that's in his 40s, he's most likely going to be able to provide and give you a little bit more. 50s, way more. So depending on your age, don't take anybody in their 20s seriously as a man. Like, men aren't trying to get married in their 20s or even their early 30s. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Anyway, so your habits determine your future in a good way. That's always good. Make good habits of only dealing with certain types of people and leaving certain types of people alone. Putting your attention to positive things versus negative things. A lot of people need to really do that, because I noticed that with the increase of technology, there's an increase of frivolous talk. And if you're focused on people that you'll never meet, never know, and their stories or their gossip, they're not focused on yourself and building your stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if it's not earning you anything, if it's not making your future better, then it's a waste of time. If it's not a good habit that you would want to see, fold out in your future, don't even bother with it. So a lot of people like to go around and like do stuff like that. That's not positive in any way. And a lot of times their future is definitely going to look grim because they're not doing anything positive. And so their results in their future aren't going to be very positive, and they see that. And sometimes people can't change their ways because it would mean that they were wrong, and they would rather suffer than be corrected sometimes. So don't be one of those people that would rather suffer rather than change and be corrected. Because we see those people still. We see those people all the time. Instead of making a change, they just, instead of creating a better habit, they just, represent wherever they are instead of doing better. They just glamorize being negative or glamorize doing the worst because they don't want to change and do better. And the reason why is because either they feel like everything they did was in vain and that they would be considered wrong, and then they would have to admit it, or they're just so used to it that they can't imagine any other type of life. So a lot of times people don't realize that they're just not used to it. Good habits. But if you get around someone that has good habits, they're definitely going to rub off on you, and it's going to be a lot better for you to develop better habits if you're around people with good habits. If you're around people with good habits, you're definitely going to adopt some of those. If you're around people with bad habits, you're going to adopt some of those. So you got to get around people with better habits. Okay. If you're around people that do stuff that you shouldn't be doing, eventually you may be talked into do it by peer pressure. You don't want that, so get away from them. Okay. Men will continue to get hookups if they can, even if they marry. That's true. That's why we don't blame the women anymore. The man is the one that breaks the vow, so he needs to have the finger pointed at him. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Any women that don't agree, they need to rethink their position on that. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Yeah. How do you convince your grandfather to let you take control of his assets? I don't know. Does he have a business? Maybe you could like show interest in his business, like show interest in what he does, ask him for tips and stuff like that and advice on business. And then if he sees that you're smart enough to take over that, then maybe he'll consider it. But you can't just be like, well, you should do this for me. He needs to be convinced that he should do that for you. So you got to work on the convincing. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah. How to convince your, okay, I already read that one. What should you do to fix your face? I don't know, ma'am. They got all this new technology out now. You should just Google it. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, Shay says she cursed him out and told him I was going to be his what? He didn't have my money by tomorrow. He's 46. Girl, that's a threat, girl. He could literally call the popo on you. Don't do that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Where is your home training? Okay, first of all, okay, here we go. This is exactly when things go wrong, when you can't control your temper. He's not a Dusty. You can't talk to him like a Dusty. He ain't got warrants out like most Dusties. All right? Shay, you showing too much. You need to get yourself together, act more demure. You can't be going out here threatening men, okay? So it's not the same thing. Some people take these things seriously. You might get a little knock at your door if you don't watch your mouth, ma'am. You got to control this. You got to control your emotions. This is why I tell y'all need to have an extra one on the side and two more. So you don't have to wind up making threats to people if they don't have your money. Okay, you got to have 2 or 3 of them. This is not how the game is played, ma'am. No. If you continue to do this, you're going to get in trouble. So what you need to do is learn how to control your temper, learn how to control your emotions, because that's not cursing someone out. That's literally a threat. So you got to control your mouth and your anger and your emotions if you're going to deal with certain types of people and try to get money. That's not going to cut it. They think you're crazy now. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Goddess Laurel. What to say when you say your job is staying beautiful and being your personal best, and they still say, but how do you support yourself? It's like, oh, well, I have a small savings. That means they're going to have to chip in very soon. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Goddess Laurel. It's like, oh, I do volunteer work and I have a small savings, but I'm still trying to figure out what type of business that I may want to start in the very near future. Maybe something online, like name something like Really Girly or something. That way they know they got the pay. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said, okay, we're not going to read these comments on Shay's reaction, but we are going to help her to not do that again in the future, right? Don't do that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said, is it ratchet to post a lot of stories on Instagram? It depends on if you're getting paid for them stories, ma'am. Are you getting paid? Because a lot of people do things for different reasons. If you're not getting paid, then figure out how to. If you're posting a bunch of random stuff on Instagram and it's not paying you, then figure out how to get paid by doing it. That's what my mom told me. That's why I do what I do today. Because even though she might have been being like sarcastic, she said, as much time as you spend online or on social media, you should be getting paid. I said, you're right. Let me go get my money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That was like 12, 13 years ago. All right. You said controlling emotions can be hard. Yes, it can. That's why you need to split them up with other people. Because if you are focused on one thing and one person, all your emotions are focused on that one thing and that one person, and all that is going to explode all over the place on that one situation. That's why you need to have 2 and 3. You'd be like, okay, well, I can't really deal with you right now because I'm texting this one. I'll get back to you in a second. You know, okay, let me talk. What are you talking about? You want to go do this? You want to go do that? Okay, well, maybe that's oh, you put some cash app. Thank you. The direct deposit hit. Oh, you're so sweet. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me call you back later. Okay, okay, the other one. Hey, oh, okay, my gift. When is it being delivered? Oh, that's so sweet. I can't wait to get it. I'll call you when I get it. Okay, now back to this other one. Okay, he's supposed to be giving me some money. Okay, now you're a little bit more calm. You got some good news from the other 2. Now you can assess and you can say, okay, well, now that you got deposits from other guys in your account, you ain't got to really be worried about this one. So you give him a little bit more time. Y'all know how like the mobsters be doing when they be chasing down the people that owe them money? They give them a little bit more time because one of them other ones came through with the money that they need. So you do the same thing. Okay. You only have one option. You're going to be making real threats instead of saying, okay, well, I'm going to give you till tomorrow night. Y'all ever watch them gangster movies? They say, you better have my money by tomorrow night or it's over. No, you can't be doing all of that. You got to have several to collect from. That way you ain't have to be making threats online. Okay? Got to have several. Got to have more. Don't focus all your energy and emotions on one person. Spread it out, ma'am, and get money from every direction that you can. You said that sounds like a lot of work. It's not a lot of work if you look good. It's just going to be naturally easy to attract more than one and get more than one stream of income. It's going to be that easy. If you got him, you can get them. Y'all are sitting there on TikTok scrolling all day. That's work too, but y'all ain't getting paid, are you? Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said he loved you so much and still changed, and he never cared about you as a rack and injured your feelings. Sometimes I abandoned him in this right here. Ma'am, if you don't love yourself the most in any relationship, they're gonna stop loving you. If you say he loved you but never cared about you, he loved the idea of you. You just fit the description of what he wanted in his life. Because see, men don't just go for women, they go for the look and what comes with having an attractive woman. Status. So you got to understand that it's not the same as women. Men don't love the same as women. They just don't. So you can't expect them to. They just don't. They never will. Ever. Okay? Just get over that and stop trying to make it happen, because it's never going to happen. That's why I say get your money up. Get his money, earn your money, save your money, invest, start you a business. And when the feeling wears off, you're good to go. Okay? When things don't go right, you're still right. Make it happen. Don't base your entire life based on someone else and their temporary emotional feelings that may or may not change. Okay? Get your money, man. That's the goal. Get it from them. They're gonna waste your time. They need to compensate you. And if you're worried about your safety, then you need to take precaution. You know, they have bottles of mace. They have everything at your disposal if you're smart. They have online free videos that teach you how to protect yourself as far as self-defense. They have a lot of things if you are dealing with certain types of people. You know what I'm saying? If you're smart, though, you will always have more than one and more than one witness. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Back in the old days, women used to tell people where they were going, who they were going with, take pictures of their driver's license, send it on over. People wouldn't know who they were dealing with back in the day. Now people just meeting people online and just meeting up somewhere suspicious, and you know, that's not how it should be. People should definitely go back to the old school ways of doing their research, learning, taking precautions. I mean, that's common sense. Okay? Learning self-defense. They got free classes or videos online to teach you a lot of stuff. Go use it for what it's for. Instead of scrolling on TikTok, go learn something. Maybe you can find a self-defense TikTok. I don't know. You said, I agree. If you live in fear, you don't get nowhere. Exactly. If you living in fear, you ain't getting nowhere. Let me tell y'all a secret. Some of y'all live so much in fear because of what other people said and other people's experience. Great. But that is information that you can use to improve your situation so that you don't have to fear those things. The more you learn about something, the less you fear. Okay. If you worried about somebody doing something to you, that means the person that you're with don't even really like you and you're aiming at the wrong target. Okay. Remember, I said they're supposed to like you 10 times more if you even gonna deal with them. They're supposed to be a provider if you even deal with them. So, you know, a lot of people are out here dealing with broke dusties that have nothing to lose, and they're scared that other people are going to be the same way. No, when you have more to lose, you're not going to take certain risks or chances. You know, only a dusty would do that. Only a broke man would do that. Only someone with nothing to lose. A man with real money is not going to waste his time, energy, or risk his wealth on some woman. He's just going to say, well, you know what? I'm sorry it didn't work out. Good luck to you. I'm on to the next. They're not going to be out there doing the worst things. You know what I'm saying? So understand that. Understand who you're dealing with. Level up the type of guys that you're dealing with. Not, if you have to live in fear, then it's the wrong type of guy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And we can choose better. That's up to us. We choose better. Generous is the key. That's right. You put his laundry away because he bought you a cruise. Ha ha ha. Okay, well, you know, that was a nice thing for you to do, but at least you got the cruise, man. Like, where y'all going? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Can you let your guard down with men after a while? If you're, as long as you're lying, yes. Let me tell you why. Because if you let your guard down and they finally see whatever it is that you have been guarding, they're really going to be like, okay, well, they're going to gather information. And in the future, if things don't go well, if things don't work out, whatever you confided in them with at that time, whether it's good or bad, they're going to try to use it against you. So don't tell them too much, baby. Tell them what they need to know on a need to know basis, and don't overshare. Make up some stuff if you have to. Because these days, you can't really let your guard down with the type of men that are out here today. All you can do is give them some fake information and see if they want to use it against you in the future. And if they do, now you know that you do not let your guard down. So you can get a fake guard and let the fake guard down and give them some fake information and see what they do with it. A lot of times they'll mess up, and you'll understand why. You're glad you listened to SheRaSeven and didn't let your guard down. Okay? Give them some fake news. See what they do with it. Okay. They're not your bestie. They're not your best friend. And if they are, then they're your fake best friend. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just think of it like that. Mm-hmm. You said you saw me on Red Note and they calling me Sister Sprinkle Sprinkle in China. Well, ni hao, Sprinkle Sprinkle. You was working and dating a married man? Okay. Girl, that don't go together. Sprinkle, sprinkle, that don't go together. If you dating a married man, you shouldn't be working at all. You dating the wrong one. All right. He says, Shira is worldwide. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, you a China girl. Hey, ni hao, sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Happy Chinese New Year is coming up. Oh, she said Chinese New Year starts today. Okay, well, ni hao, happy Chinese New Year. Hope y'all get y'all a little red bag with some dollars in it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. I saved you from dust. Well, I'm so glad. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm glad that I saved you from dust, and thank you for letting us know that you have been saved from the dust. Yes, you have been delivered from dust. Ni hao, it's my year of the snake. Okay, ma'am. Rah, rah, world. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. Lunar New Year. Yeah, sprinkle, sprinkle. Happy Lunar New Year, y'all. Okay. Are y'all laughing at my accent the way I said it? Well, okay. What to do when provider explains about his wife? Should I just listen and agree? Talk bad about her too? No. They're just venting to you, basically. Just get the money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just shake your head. It's like, oh, really? Wow. That's interesting. Well, that's too bad. Just like be very neutral, but like understanding because you don't really want to talk bad about them because if something happens, then he's going to be like, well, don't say that or don't like he's going to get more defensive if you use it against him in some way. So just be very vague, I would say. Just be very vague because they're just venting. They don't have nobody else to vent to, girl. Somebody says you are his therapist. Exactly. um, Dusty just sent you a screenshot of his Cash App. Okay. Why didn't he just send you a Cash App? Why are they doing backward stuff? I don't know. Somebody says they can pay for venting. Said you got your notebook and out taking notes. Okay, ma'am. I see La Peaches in the house. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You like my blonde? Thank you, girl. All right. Anyway, so hopefully y'all are gonna have some new habits and some more improved habits this lunar new year and get this money. And date with purpose. Cut off your pick me therapist today. Okay, Riri World, girl. That's why I say y'all got to interview y'all's therapist before you sign up. Like, do you believe in 50-50? Do you believe in this? All right, then. Y'all have to ask some key questions before y'all sign up for therapy because sometimes we pick Mishas. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Should you send a request for something to his Cash App? Sure. That's what he sent it. See what he could do. What is my Chinese zodiac? The goat, baby. What else? The goat. The goat. Period. I said, of course. You a goat too, girl? Okay, goats in the house. Mm-hmm. No wonder she's always shedding new looks. Yes. Do not give or give a man part and women take. Won't work. Uh-huh. Do not give on a man's part. Yeah. I don't know what that means, but men are providers. So hopefully that's what you were trying to say. Women are receivers, men are providers. Men act like they're the prize nowadays. Those aren't men. Those are little boys who are confused about their one sole purpose of being here. Oh, Mia, sprinkle, sprinkle. Your sister married 50-50 and bought him business in store. He used to be nice. Now he's acting up. Okay, well, she need to take it back. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. I don't know why she did that. Oh, she did that. All she did was help another woman in the future. All she did was help his next chick. All right. Sorry for her. You need to tell her you need to do better. Do less. What is a habit every woman should develop this year? If you don't already have this habit already, you should create it or start it. Write down all the things that you need to do in one day that are good habits, like I did. So write down all the habits you want to continuously do each day. Not to-do lists, but habits, like I did. So I think this helped me a lot just in the last couple of weeks. So write down all the habits that you want to improve upon or create, and check them off every day. So I put gratitude. I want to wake up every morning and think about what I'm thankful for every day. I put vitamins on there. I got to take my supplements every day. That's a habit that's going to affect my future in a very positive way, taking supplements, right? I have eating healthy on there. Okay, that's got to be a habit. That can't just be a choice for one meal a day. It has to be a habit that you got to check off every day. And if you can't check it off, then your habits aren't becoming habits. I have skincare on there. So in 15 to 20 years from now, if I make, skincare, self-care a habit on a daily basis, it's going to be positive and good in my future, right? Promote myself, promote my businesses, promote my books. If I do that, I'm going to be richer in my future. It's going to be a habit that I need to promote something every day that's going to get me some money. Go live. Okay, that's a habit I already have, but I'm going to keep it. Going live. It increases the message. It increases the followers and subscribers, which is increasing, money and awareness. Make up your bed. That's a habit. That way I don't get back in it and lay down and be lazy and unproductive. Okay. And also I tell y'all in every video, 2,000 more of a chance of you becoming a millionaire if you make your bed daily. Okay. Your chances literally increase 2,000%. All right. Eat more protein. I got to eat more protein. Okay. And be kinder. That means if I'm getting ready to say something in an evil, mean way, to find a nice, nasty way to say it instead. All right. Whenever I can. So those are my habits that I'm trying to create, or I have created most of them, but I'm going to continuously have them as habits so that my future can reflect that when I get there. All right. So that's the one thing I would tell women to do. Make a list of habits you want to continue to do. And make sure you check them off every day so that eventually you won't have to check them off because it'll just be a habit. Like habits I don't have to check off every day or all the time is getting up and getting dressed and doing my makeup. I don't have to check that off because I do it automatically now. But some of y'all are at a stage where y'all don't do that every day, and you probably want to write that down, right? Or at least the days that you're leaving your house, right? So write that down and make sure you're checking them off until you don't have to check them off anymore and it's an automatic thing. So many people say, well, how do you do all this in a day? How do you do all that in a day? If you make half your tasks habits, it's automatic. And you don't even see it as doing something. You know what I mean? Like I have slippers and I wear house shoes in my house. Some people are bare feet. I don't know. Or wear socks. I wear house slippers so much when I'm in my house, just, house shoes for my house, that I don't even realize that I'm putting them on. I don't even realize that when I get out of bed, my feet are slipping right into them. I don't even realize half the time what I'm doing. It's just automatic. So it doesn't seem like a thing. Okay. It never seems like a thing. It doesn't seem like a thing to brush your teeth and wash your face, right? because it's a habit, or should be. When you go to the bathroom, it doesn't seem like a thing to wipe, right? Because it shouldn't be. But if it wasn't a habit, you would have to be consciously aware of it, take effort, remind yourself, like a child that's being potty trained, right? So people accomplish a lot more in life and are way more productive when they create habits because they're automatic and it doesn't even seem like you're doing anything. Okay. You said force of habit. Yeah. See? So creating habits is going to make you way more productive, make you way more, prosperous in the future. You wrote, okay, has money, how to make him make a, okay, ask him, send him a little letter. Tell him what you need and see if he'll offer it. If not, take the legal action, baby. Try to be nice at first. If he doesn't offer you anything and come through, then take matters into your own hand the way that you can. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But it's always best to try the nice way first. Then if you can't, do what you got to do. Okay. Thank you, Sweet Life of D. Thank you for being a member. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said put your investments on auto pay. You were supposed to do a cuddle therapy session to Jira, and instead he took you out to lunch, vetted, gave you $300 and just left. It was crazy, but so dope. Okay, thank you. Maybe they couldn't bring themselves to do that because they were embarrassed, but sprinkle, sprinkle, girl, you still got what you got. Yeah. Is that your business? Okay. Well, sprinkle, sprinkle to you, ma'am. Thank you. All right. Okay, Emmy says you noticed a modern North American, South American, and South Asia Indian pygmy persistently hang out with immature, selfish, overly entitled, dust platonic friends. Well, good for them, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Their future looks bright. Not really. Their future looks dim. They're hanging out and they're being a pygmy. They're hanging out with dust, and that ain't too good. Their future look a little dusty. They need to do better. Okay. I don't know. Dusty people. You got to change who you hang out with. All right. This man at a bar walked up to you and gave you $500 last week. Okay, June T, sprinkle, sprinkle. What'd you do with it? Saved it? Bought something with it? Shop, paid some bills? What you do? Did he give you your number? What happened? I think Allie, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. You said on a walk in your neighborhood, it's half gentrified and half questionable. And an old man was trying to talk to me. Should I investigate more or avoid? Girl, you don't ever know with neighborhoods like that. You gotta make sure they ain't over there homeless. So ask him where he lives. Like, oh, did you just move to the neighborhood? Like, do you live here? You live around here? Hopefully, assess the situation, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Is he walking a dog? Why is he walking around? Does he know the neighborhood is not that safe? Like, figure it out. You gotta ask more questions. See if you see him again in the future and see what he's doing. You said make sure he's just not old and weird. Can you still find a provider man if you have high education but don't want to work anymore? Yes. All you got to do is only deal with provider men. Just because you have an education doesn't mean you want to work. What gave you that idea? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Education doesn't always equate to work. It just means you learned something and now you know it. They don't mean that you don't want a provider. You don't have to tell them either. You don't even have to tell them you're educated. For all they know, they don't know. If you want to, you can, but you could say it's for something else that you're not able to do or want to do. Have I read the book Atomic Habits? No, I have not. I've seen it in the bookstore though, but I have not read that. Okay. Is it good? You took a salsa class yesterday where we are rotated and danced with all the older men. I thought of you, Shira. Good for you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to date multiple men, same time for money, and in a relationship to or only dating will be big image if they know each other. Okay. So first of all, you got to understand why you're doing this. This is the number one thing that most women don't realize. Why are you doing this? Are you doing this because I say you should, or do you have a reason? Do you have a goal to complete? Are you just doing this because you're bored? Like, what is the reason that you're going to do this? Is it to start a business? Is it to stack your money? Is it to invest? Are you not happy with who you're with? Are you bored? That's my question to you. If you have a good reason that's going to make your future better, and that's the reason you're doing this, then you need to start off slow with a lower number and work your way up with how you navigate and your knowledge on how to navigate, your roster. So start with one, master that. Then if you need more, get more. But you need to focus on something small until you become really good at what you're doing, then expand. Okay. Because a lot of people don't realize that. Just because you see a video and you don't really even have a direction or a goal of what you're trying to do, you shouldn't just hop into something like that. You should really think about what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Do you have something that you're trying to save for? Do you want to find a replacement? Like, what is the goal? Figure out the goal first. Start very small and expand out, and then wait until you have whatever you need and whatever you want, and then go from there. Because a lot of women are just not understanding that you need a reason and a goal, and not just doing this because you think it's something to do. Okay. Do you catch them staring at you like, okay, they want to say something? Okay, y'all are talking to each other in the comment. Okay. What if you don't have an education? You don't really need one if you have common sense and you're smart and you're just trying to get a bag from a man. That's very easy to do. You just play dumb. They like when you play dumb anyway. Getting a bag, you don't even need an education. You just need this education. Play dumb, man. Ask questions. So you're the smartest man I've ever met. I learned so much from you. I love being around you. Tell me more. Tell me about yourself. You're so funny. Ha 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 ha. Get money. There's the only education you need, ma'am. Then when you get your money, save it, invest it, or start you a little online business or whatever type of business you got to do. Okay. What if he pays for the education? Oh, great. Then you're educated and he paid for it. Wonderful. There's nothing wrong with that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What to say when he tells you that he loves you very early and he asks why you don't say it back? Are all your bills paid, ma'am? Did he love your bills too? Because that don't mean nothing to me unless he loves my bills. Did you love me? Then you love my bills. Because I come like every month. The bills come. So they are part of me. You love me, you love them bills. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Does he love your bills? If he don't love you enough to pay your bills, then he's lying. Understand that. If you're not going to say it back unless he prove it. It's like, I really wanted to talk to you about that because you say you love me. And I really have feelings for you too. So I want to know if yours are real though. Well, how can I tell you? How can I prove it? Then hand them the bills or show them the bills, ma'am. That's how you prove it. Pay them bills for a couple of months, and then some more after that, and then some more after that, and then some more after that. Prove to me through bill paying and taking me out and buying me gifts how much you love me. Prove it. Words are not enough. There you go. When you ask guys to, prove things or put their money where their mouth is, some of them retract. So if they were telling the truth, they're going to ask for them bills and go, okay, well, how much are your bills? Well, let me pay them for you. Is there anything else that you need? I cannot imagine waiting to hear the words I love you from a man's mouth with no money attached to it. I couldn't imagine the fake anticipation. Like, if someone says, I love you, my heart ain't skipping no beat unless they saying, let me get your bills. Okay? Because a lot of women hear that all the time and it means nothing anymore. A lot of women hear, I love you all the time. Why? Because people be lying. So if you're one of those type of women that hear that from everybody that they date on date 3 or 4 or the same month, you're used to that. So you want to see if it's true by seeing what they're going to do and give you some money or pay them bills. Reason you need money is to invest in yourself and find a rich husband so you won't have to work and date multiple only. Okay. So you need to get one at a time. Focus on your level up 100%. Say less to people. Find a cover, whether it's pretending you have a second job, going to church, going to visit your sick Aunt Ethel or whatever. You need to find a fake cover that no one's going to question. And then you need to go from there. Okay. And don't take anybody too seriously. Always stay vague until you get what you want. Until you meet the one that you want to take seriously. But don't risk what you already have if you don't have a backup plan. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have no backup plan, don't be sitting out here risking it. Like if you lose whoever you're with that's supporting you now or whatever, and you have nothing or nothing else to fall back on, then you're playing it too risky. So what you need to do is stack your account first with whatever money he's giving you, to where you could just go and do whatever you want whenever you want if something should occur where someone finds out. What if the guy you're with is quieter and shyer? How do you go about getting him to choose me? Okay, to chase you. You busy yourself, and if he's not a chaser and if he's shy, honestly, most men go after what they want. So you have to ask yourself, does he even really want you? Or is he just allowing himself to be in your presence because there's nothing else to do? A man that wants you will chase you. Okay? We're not making excuses for men anymore, calling them shy or quiet, because they're not going to be like that for the woman that they really want. Let them chase. If you're too predictable and too available, they don't have to chase. So make them miss you. Don't be around them all the time. Don't text them all the time. See, let them chase by missing you. So if they miss you, they're going to come looking for you, right? Okay. Let them miss you, man. You said one guy was talking to you about how rich he was, and now he asked you to pay for a trip. Well, then he was lying. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He was lying. Um, Either he has several and he can't give you all what he says he has, or he's just not trying to do the most. He doesn't have what you think he got. He's lying about it. Oh, Lucy, sprinkle, sprinkle. You've been made aware that your first priority is simply leveling up in order to be for you to play in this arena. Okay. Because the men that you've been running into aren't the intended whatsoever. Thank you. Yeah, sprinkle, sprinkle. Exactly. Y'all, men do the same thing with women. They will date 5 women and none of them they will intend to marry. None of them. They're just dating to date or whatever purpose that they have, whatever temporary purpose they have. That's why they're dating. And women need to start doing the same thing, but their purpose needs to be financial. So if you're only going to date men that have money, focus on that. Focus on the lifestyle. Focus on the connections. Focus on stacking your money that they give you. Focus on starting a business. Focus on only dealing with certain types of men for certain things. So that in your future, it's going to pay off, literally. A lot of women waste time dealing with dust and their future don't reflect a successful lifestyle or the type of men that they actually even want to be with, or the lifestyle that they dreamed about, because they were wasting time with dust. You got to have a focus, and that those habits that you develop, the type of people you hang around, the type of men that you entertain, it has to be automatic. Like, for example, now people will show me a picture of someone or like, ain't he cute, girl, he cute, or they will point out how cute he is. I don't see cuteness, I see brokenness. So my habit of identifying any sort of potential person that's, anything. I mean, I'm married, but if I were single and you're pointing out cuteness, but they're walking or they're at a bus stop, I don't see that. I see brokenness. There's nothing cute about brokenness. So when you start looking at the entire package versus one thing, that's when you're going to start to see more. Right? Y'all only focus on a look, but especially women aren't supposed to be focused on a man's looks first and foremost. The entire package, or at least the financial package, should be first and foremost, not what they look like. Because I can't see cuteness. I see either you got money or you don't. Okay. So stop going for the looks. And also, the habits that you create by how you see a potential relationship or a potential person to date, that's also going to help you choose better. So you need to get in the habit of seeing brokenness or paid, not cute or ugly. Okay. You need to get in the habit of seeing brokenness or paid, because don't let looks fool you, man. A lot of guys are cute, but they broke. And it's a total waste of time. It's a distraction, literally, from getting to where you need to get. Okay. You said use my platform to talk about what's going on in the world, the rent, the mortgage, the bills. That's what's going on in the world every day, all day. Get your money. Always get your money. Focus on your money. When you have money, you could get rid of a lot of problems. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I promise you. When start asking for and make them send money you're dating, some are skeptical because they don't know you yet. Okay. Well, that's why you have more than one. And you get to know the other one. And when you're not all over them online or texting them 24/7 because you got other guys sending you money or dating other guys that are giving you money, they're going to be like, okay, well, they're not super consistent. They may have talked to somebody else. Maybe I should, see what they're talking about. If you're not super desperate with them, they're going to be more trusting. So have other people that you talk to at the same time, and don't only focus on one person, because they may be a little suspicious of that. So it's like, okay, well, I'll talk to you later. No big deal. Make them chase you. Make them believe that you don't really need them, or that you have plenty of options, and that they were lucky to be one of them. And maybe they'll come around. Okay. But yeah. And it's rude for people to ask people on social media to use their voice for this. Use your voice, man. Your voice is just as important as mine. Because when I start off, my voice was just like yours. You create the life that you want. And yes, if you throw money at problems, if you focus on getting money, your problems will definitely be less. Okay, thank you, Lancy. You're pretty. Your problem is him intimidated and shy. Okay, well, we're not making excuses for men anymore. We're just going to go get another one. Let him figure it out while you collect money from the other one. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Get money, man. Have several. Stop focusing on one person's problem. If they're shy, they're shy. Find someone who's not. You know, we gotta do better and stop trying to make something happen that ain't trying to happen. Focus on the one that wants to chase and give you money instead of trying to figure out why the other one ain't. Don't have time for that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Okay, what if you have a boyfriend, but the future does not look promising? Do you keep dating up? Yes, ma'am. Boyfriend is not husband. Future don't look promising. Trust your instinct, ma'am. The future is promising if you create a promising future. So that means if you know that dating that person is not going to pan out, then start dating other people. They don't have to know about it. Just be very smart on how you do it and very strategic. Most people do this anyway. Most people do this anyway. You don't really need permission. You know that's not your husband. You know that's not the type of man that's going to give you the lifestyle that you want. So date just like guys date, just to date. That's your boyfriend. He's not your fiance. He's probably not even talking about marriage. So why are you even considering the future with him? Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. How can you show your authentic personality, which is bubbly and funny, when I have to pretend my personality to be mysterious and what rich guys are attracted to? Okay. Because people take advantage of bubbly unless that's what they're looking for. Okay. And it depends on how you look and where you're at, because you can change up at any time if it's going to suit you. Some people like bubbly, some people like mysterious. You have to make sure that you understand which one is which. Okay. There's a time and place for everything. So I can act bubbly and I can act mysterious. I switch it up when I need to. So just learn how to switch it up when you need to switch it up. Your true personality cannot be annoying. So if you find that people are calling you annoying because you're bubbly and funny, tone it down a little bit. But if no one calls you annoying, because some people's bubbly is annoying, but if your bubbly is not annoying, then let it come out later as the mystery unfolds, piece by piece. All right. You did this recently, and when I started being funny, they found it weird. Yeah. Some men don't like funny because, and they're trying to impress you. And if you start being funny, it feels like you're trying to, impress them, and that you're not paying attention to them or what they're saying, and that they're boring. So you have to create some type of, funny moment. And it also is a way of seeking validation from a man without seeking validation in a different way. So trying to make them laugh is a way of seeking validation from them. But if you're naturally funny and that's just who you are and your personality, they're probably taking it the wrong way. So that's why women a lot of times have to conceal their, funny traits or the ability to make people laugh, because men don't view women as comedians. All right. Thank you, Planty Lady. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What if he asks if you're talking to other men? Say, no, I'm only talking to you right now, because literally you are. You're literally only talking to them at that moment. So it's like, no, I'm only talking to you right now. And you won't be lying. Thank you, Goddess. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hi, you're 44, leveled up and getting out more frequently. And specific advice, any specific advice on for the older ladies. Okay. I don't know how old you are, but look good, feel good. Date older than you are. If you are really, really old, then date uglier than you are. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And you'll have the advantage, definitely. Don't try so hard to be young. Live your life as your actual age, because it doesn't look good when older women try to compete with younger women. Just be yourself at whatever age you are, and you'll attract, probably a little bit older than you are, but don't try too hard, because I've seen this in real life sometimes. Thank you, Roxana. How to build roster in winter. I live where there's not a lot of winter weather. It's barely. So I don't know what to tell you except get in where you fit in, ma'am. I don't know. Like, as someone who lives in the north where there's a lot of winter, like today is a spring weather. The other day it was snowing. So I don't know. It never gets long winters in Texas, or at least in Houston. But definitely maybe winter sports or winter activities, winter rich activities, as some people say. Go ice skating. I don't know what y'all be doing over there. What do y'all do in the winter that's bougie? Go do that on the rich side of town. There you go. Whatever people do in the winter that's bougie, go to the sauna. I don't know. The spa. Ski. Someone said ski. There you go. Hot cocoa. You say your boyfriend blocked you after you stopped sharing your location with him. Good. Now you're free. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're free to go do what you got to do. And he'll be back, girl. Don't worry about it. It's like, okay, well, he's trying to get your attention. That means he's still really into you. See, there's no point in texting somebody all the time when you're not sharing location. Like, the point is to be a mystery. The point is to make them chase, not to turn off your location, them see it, and then you try to text them. That's kind of like pick me. That's kind of like a little bit of pick me shit as well. If you're gonna turn off your location, don't be texting either. You know what I'm saying? Make them chase. The next time he talks to you, he's gonna be like, well, why'd you turn your location off? Why didn't you tell me where you were? Oh, well, my mom said that that's unhealthy, and she said that's weird, and so she asked me to do it. Girl, lie. I don't know. She said, if you want your man to act right, he gotta miss you. And I think you've been taking me for granted. So I see that it worked. That's all you gotta do. Reverse it. Do you think it's okay to have no friends? A lot of people don't really have a lot of friends, and their life is really good because less friends, less problems. Less friends, less problem. Keep a small circle. All right. Okay. Friends are for younger people. You know what I'm saying? The older you get, the less friends you need. You might just need one good person, but having too many around is like an issue sometimes with people. Thank you. Okay, Ashley, I'm sorry. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Your boyfriend has been text with his ex-wife who swore he hated for months. she was under different name. He pays all the bills, but he's always taking care of his ex-wife. In some way, he got comp jackets. He made sure his other wife got one. Girl, he taking care of the crew. It could be his guilt if he feels guilty about what, how they divorced or whatever. It could be his guilt, or they could have something on them, or they're just friends. Because if you're married to somebody for years and years, you know, they become your friend. If you hate them, you obviously loved them once upon a time. You said wives, so therefore you're probably the third. So, I mean, he has a pattern. He keeps in touch with his exes and he creates exes. So you better get your money together, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Focus on you. If you see the pattern, understand. Don't worry about the ex-wives. Worry about you. How many businesses do you have? What's your savings look like? What is your, do you have any investments? What do you want to see in your future? Because you see his pattern, man. What you gonna do? Hi, Shira. You're 30 years old, one child, and a divorce. You can use some strategy with Mexican men. I'm in Mexico. Sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. I don't know about no Mexican dudes. I don't even speak Spanish, ma'am. All I know how to say is yo quiero dinero. So walk up to him and say, yo quiero dinero, and see what they do. I don't know, ma'am. I don't speak Spanish. I know a little bit. I can read it a little bit, but yo quiero dinero. I poppy, yo quiero dinero. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's sprinkle, it's sprinkle. That's what you tell him. Let's see what happens. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you go for drinks when you're already broke? Girl, they're supposed to buy you drinks. You're supposed to get there, order you a water or an iced tea. Girl, you ain't never been out broke before. Girl, let me tell you how to do it. When I was like a young, hold on, put my wig down. When I was young, all you got to do is order an iced tea, pour it in a smaller glass that look like a drink, or get you a water and a straw and a lemon or a lime that look like a drink. It's a mocktail, literally. It's just water, a mocktail water. You sip on it like it's the best thing ever, and sooner or later, somebody's gonna come offer you to buy you a drink. All right, so get your water mocktail together and sip that water like it's delicious. And also you're hydrating and it's good for your skin. So get you a water mocktail. Lie to the bartender. Tell them you're waiting on someone and you don't want to get something before they get there. Get you a water mocktail. Look at the menu like you're going to order something. Like if you're sitting at a bar. Pretend like you don't know what you want. When an old dude sits at the bar, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't decide what, everything looks so good. Then he'll suggest something. He'll be like, well, you know, this is really good. Really? I've never had that before. I don't know if I want to get it. Is it good? Oh, it's really good. I love this. What I get all the time. I'm not sure. Well, here, I'll order it for you. Oh, okay. And if you don't like it, I'll pay for it. Or I'm sure you'll like it. Don't worry. Hey, in fact, just put it on my tab. That's kind of guys that were out and about when I was hanging out, you know. So you go get you a water mocktail. You act like very indecisive about what you want to order. You look around at other people and like, I don't know, is that good? Is that good? Find a man who's like really adamant about whatever he's getting ready to order, and he'll pay for your food. Oh, you need to get it. You need to get it, especially after he had a few drinks. You could do the same thing with a drink. I don't know. I haven't really decided what I want to drink yet. Well, you should get this. It's really good. Oh, what is in there? What's in there? Oh, it has this, this, and that. Oh, I've never had that before. Oh, you're going to love it. You should try it. Bartender, get her one. Oh, really? Okay. That's how you drink and eat for free. You act like you don't know what you want. You'll act like you don't know what nothing is. You act like you ain't never tried nothing before, and they will be so adamant on winning you over to whatever signature drink or happy hour meal or whatever that they really like. You got to play dumb, act like you don't know what you're doing, and let them guide you and pay for everything. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Even though you've probably eaten that before, know exactly what it is, probably know how to cook it and everything. You got to play dumb. Stupid do get you paid. Yep. Oh, I don't know what that is. What is that? I've never tried that before, but it looks interesting. Oh, well, we'll get you one. Oh, really? Wow. I think I like it. It's really good. You say you from Houston too? Okay then. Hey girl, Jacqueline Sprinkle Sprinkle. How you doing? You say you don't know how to play dumb? Well, you just have to act dumb. You just act dumb. Just ask questions. Like impersonate a dumb person then. If you can't act dumb, just impersonate an idiot. It's literally it. But do it in a cute way. I want to eat and drink for free. What shall I do? Act stupid and dumb. Okay, I don't know how to act stupid and dumb. Well, let me study a person that acts stupid and dumb and just do what they do. There you go. Do wealthy men prefer richer women with careers? I don't think so. But if they do, it's so to get them out of the way so that they can go date their mistress on the side who don't really have too much going on. I feel like a lot of women in different cultures think that because the culture is different. In America, I don't think that. I don't think that's true in America. I think it's different cultures. So, I mean, if your culture is not an American culture, maybe. Do you think speed dating is better than apps? I think it's very desperate still. I think it's kind of desperate unless you're really young and you're just trying to do it to have an experience. But if you're looking for something for real, I think it's a desperate move. And I wouldn't trust nobody that signed up for speed dating as a man anyway. What you doing? I mean, if you're just trying to get the experience for fun and just to check it off of a list or something, whatever. But I wouldn't take none of it seriously. Okay, how to find a provider if you live in a small town, the nearest biggest city is 2 hours away and he doesn't even have a rich area. Okay. Oh, the town don't have a rich area. What about the owners of some major business or their family members that own the business? Do you have a rich family that lives in your small town? Maybe you need to focus on that. Or you're gonna have to like drive. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If there's no rich family or business owners in your town, you gotta go drive. Okay, you've been in a relationship with a Nigerian and he recently graduated. He is very sweet, but you have not met parents. Also, his best friend did not acknowledge me at all. We went when we met. You're 21. Okay, 21, ma'am, go have fun. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's not serious. Y'all ain't finna get married. Just go have fun. Date other people. That dude, he don't want to introduce you to his friends or his family. He just graduated. He's probably, I don't know, is he in debt? Does he have college or student loans? Girl, go have fun. Go meet men that are older with more money and get stuff paid for. They'll introduce you to anybody that'll listen. Why? Because you're cute, pretty, and young. All right. Stop taking 20-something-year-olds seriously. They're not trying to get married. They're not trying to level you up to the next level. All they're out to do is pay back their student loans, find a job, find an apartment, find somebody that's going to give them some for free. Okay. It's not about the lifestyle at that young age. you're dating for fun. If you're trying to date somebody that's going to give you something, go find somebody that has something to give. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Most men are trying to get married out of their 20s. They have too much debt or not enough money. Okay, go find somebody about 10 years older than 5 to 10 years older than him, and they'll have more things for you to do and more money for you to have. Okay. Anything you recommend to invest in other than self due to high knowledge in symbolism and observation? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, fairy type. Okay. Um, I would say technology because it's only going to increase. So I would invest in anything that has to do with technology and definitely social media because it's only going to increase. So I don't really know too much about investing in anything except for self and your own business, or you pay other people to invest for you, your bank or whatever, investment bankers. I don't know. Pay somebody to know what they're doing. If you can't, invest in yourself. But I would definitely, if you're going to do it by yourself, I would definitely see what's increasing in value and steadily increasing in value and focus on that. So social media and technology are definitely always increasing in value. Can't go wrong there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. I would say definitely, okay, if I were doing it, I would look at the Super Bowl and just find out who's taking out ads in the Super Bowl, what celebrities are endorsing those ads, and then invest in those companies right very soon before Super Bowl. This is what I would do if I was going to do it. But because the money and the stock is going to go up after those commercials air. So, but I don't believe in putting all your money or all your eggs in one basket. So just play around and see what you can do with a little bit at first and see if you're good at it. And a smart way and an easy way to play around with your investments, see if you're good at it, is Cash App. Now, Cash App, now I need to pay me and give you some money because I'm finna shout y'all out real quick. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There's a section on Cash App where it allows you to invest money in the stock market. And they have all the different companies lined up. And you can choose where you want to invest, how much you want to invest in. And if people are sending you Cash App, you can use their money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Not lose a thing. All right. That's like they have different apps that you could use on your phone, but they used to have it. I don't know if they still do because I don't use it anymore for that, but they used to have it. Uh-huh. You said that's how you lose money in the stock market? Well, if you're only playing around to see if you're good at it, use a little bit of money. Then you can get a feel to see if you're smart at it or good at what's going on or not. But I'm not a pro, so I don't know. I don't like to gamble. I just get money and keep it coming. And I pay people to do investments. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I missed your super chat. I think I just got it. Okay. Yeah, I just said thank you, girl. Pay people who know what they're doing or see if you're good at it. Okay. How long did it take for you to meet your first provider when you started freestyling for the first time? Actually, let me think about that. They came up to me and I was just minding my business. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, I was so into myself, into what I was doing, having the most fun. I didn't even realize what was happening. So it was kind of like that. And also, you're young, you're just having fun, and somebody approaches you, you don't realize who you're talking to, how much money they have, and then you find out later when they start offering you things. So, oh, thank you, Giselle. Hey, this high value 64-year-old wants you in a relationship, but he says he's non-monogamous. You're 32 and need him to provide. How do you communicate this? It's like, well, I don't mind that as long as you're a provider and date other people too. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Okay, so the thing about freestyling, because like back then you just go out and have fun and people approach you and then you find out more about them later on as things unfold. And a lot of times people were very generous. They owned stores, or they owned businesses, or they were wealthy or whatever. So you would find out that way. And once they tell you these things, they offer you things with it. So it was that easy. Thank you, Lancy. Do rich people really utilize wealth management firms? Some people do. I guess it just depends on what they're instructed to do, because sometimes their bank will ask them or instruct them to do certain things. When they have a certain amount of money, they'll get free services or recommended services. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Thank you. So, for example, like, okay, so let's say you date somebody or you meet somebody and they're trying to impress you and they tell you all these things like, oh, well, I own a jewelry store. Like, oh, really? I love jewelry. Oh, well, I gotta take you to the store sometimes. Like, yeah, I love it. Where's your store? Then you like grab his hand and like look at his eye. Let's go now. So when someone is trying to impress you and they're bragging about themselves and they say what they want to do, you do it now. You say, you grab their hand, smile. They're still trying to impress you really hard. So they're going to go through with it. There are chemicals in their brain. It's all mixed up. They can't say no. If they approach you, they really like you. You grabbing their hand, looking in their eyes. They're telling you they own a jewelry store. You look them in the eye and say, let's go right now. They grabbing them keys. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or the next time, if they want to see you, they know that you got to meet them at the jewelry store. So that's how you do it. Whatever they're offering or bragging about, get it the same day or very, very soon. That you're not even going to be bothered with them if they can't put their money where their mouth is. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do that. Or I remember I was like, oh, I got me some diamonds. And yeah, this guy I'm seeing on a jewelry store. Yeah. I wouldn't say sprinkle, sprinkle back then, but okay. Where you get them earrings? Where you get that bracelet? All right. So go for the business owners sometimes. Get in on their inventory. You know all them jewelry store owners? Girl. What hobbies do you recommend to women? Anything that makes them happy. Because if you're not enjoying yourself in your hobby, what's the point? At least find something that makes you happy. And join it on the rich side of town. Okay. I think I've been on here for a while. I'm going to be going in a few. How to not be intimidated by very wealthy men. Understand that men get wealthy to attract women. So Why would you be intimidated by what a man is supposed to be doing? He just was very successful at what he was supposed to be doing. That's okay. And I know your question is like, because you're not used to being around wealthy people. Well, hang around on the wealthy side of town as much as you can. Get to know people, shop over there, do your errands over there, join the gym over there, talk to wealthy people every day, all day. And then when you get around a wealthy man, it'll be like normal and no big deal. Okay. So if you're not used to being in wealthy areas or talking to wealthy people, get used to it. That way, when a wealthy man approaches you, you don't feel some type of way. Just the normal person. Okay. Someone says, believe that you're deserving. Exactly. Know that you're deserving for sure. In fact, you said, well, men like to make money to impress women, and I'm a woman, so they're trying to impress me. You shouldn't feel intimidated by any wealthy man. That's how I feel. And if a wealthy man approaches, I know why. Because they know they worked hard enough to not get rejected right off the bat. So sprinkle, sprinkle. He said, let's appreciate the fact Shira is still doing lives. Yes, y'all appreciate me. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all too. The men are more nervous than we are. That's true. You're just super independent. Well, be super smart and let them fund your independence. That's what I tell people. Look, you can be independent all you want, but play dumb and be smart and let them fuel your independence with their money. Think about it. Let's say you're a business owner and you have a business and you're very independent, you pay your own bills, and you meet a guy that has money. So let him fuel your next business. He don't have to know what the money's going for. Just take it. Then you can be super independent with his money. All right. What this man was providing then suddenly stopped. He started even calling me to his house and not restaurants. What do I do? Scratch him off the roster and call the next one who's still trying to impress you, man. Get your little pen and run a line through his name off your roster and replace him with the man who's still trying to impress you. Okay? Because he tried it. You're like, okay, this one's got to go. He's not understanding the assignment. Who's next? Okay, well, he moves up to the top of the roster because that one got himself off. By the time he realizes he's been scratched off the roster, he'll be back around trying to take you out to dinner again. Okay, so you're like, oh, you know what? I really feel like going out tonight. So let's just take a rain check. Then never call him back. Then he's going to be looking for you. So, oh, well, I feel like going out tonight. Oh, well, I need this and I need that. So if he doesn't come back around, then scratch him off the roster. There's no point in him being there if he's not doing what you need him to do. Do I consider myself a feminist? No, I consider myself an opportunist. I mean, if you're going to be dating, I'm fixing my wig, y'all. If you're going to be dating, you might as well date with purpose. That's called an opportunist. It's not a feminist. It's an opportunist who's very aware of who she's dealing with. It's literally playing chess and understanding strategy. It's literally not playing fair in an unfair world. It has nothing to do with being a feminist. Feminism wouldn't really exist if the world was fair, now would it? So since the world ain't fair, you can put labels on whatever you need to put labels on. But the real deal is get in where you fit in, get your money, and don't play fair in an unfair world. That's all that is. Call it what you want. Anybody can take that advice, man or woman. My audience is just mostly women, so I gotta give them the information. Mm, Thank you, Ivy Sprinkle Sprinkle. I appreciate you. But feminism gave us rights and possibility. But who took the rights away in the first place, ma'am? Isn't not having rights at all unfair and in an unfair world? Y'all got to think about stuff like I go back to the beginning. If you gonna say something, I'm gonna go back to all the way to the source and figure it out. That's how I think. Like, okay, well, why wasn't the world fair in the first place? Okay, well then I'm not gonna play fair in an unfair world. They gave you something that they took away first. That don't make no sense. I'm going. Okay. Before women had rights, they were still manipulating and getting what they wanted anyway. The smart ones were. What's changed? Because you got rights don't mean a lot of things now that you could still get by manipulating. Women were getting stuff many hundreds of years ago by manipulating before they had rights. It's in their DNA now. It's just the woman's nature, because if you oppress something and you change the way that they create or get things, it's going to be embedded into their DNA. Right? Or their culture. So if you take rights away from somebody, they want to give them back. They don't care. They don't matter. They're going to get what they want anyway. It's ingrained now. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hey,
Oh, hi.
you're home. I'm live.
Oh,
Is that my package?
yeah.
Thank you. What's it? Oh, you're hungry?
I'm a little bit.
Okay. I'll be off in a few minutes. Bye. Girl, my Amazon came. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It says it's chess and it's in our nature. That's true. Exactly. Who's in charge of rights? Who's in charge of giving away and taking rights? Think about it. Why are you playing fair in an unfair world? I'm not thankful for something that shouldn't have never been taken away in the first place. If you go back to the source of things and understand why things were done, you'll understand your true power as a woman, and then you'll use it. Topics to talk about with him on dates, himself. Men love talking about themselves. Just ask him a bunch of questions about himself, and he will go on forever. Then act interested and laugh at the jokes. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Learn what you can about him so you know how to get money out of him. Learn his triggers. Learn what he likes, what he don't like. What is these? Oh, my stuff came. Yes. All right. Any advice when a man asks you to tell him about yourself? Tell him what he needs to know. I love shopping. I love generous men. I love old-fashioned men. I love traveling. I love going to the spa. Tell him what he needs to know. I love paying bills on time. I love gifts. I love my Aunt Ethel. Tell him what he needs to know to get what you need to get. I love flowers. I love roses. I love perfume. I really like music. I love concerts. I love the symphony. I love restaurants with 5-star ratings and Michelin. I love trying new places that just open. I love fashion shows. I love fashion. I like holding hands, walking through the mall, and letting them know that's my man, that's my man. I love jewelry. I know anything shiny, that's what I like. I mean, I love high quality items. I sure do. Girl, tell them what they need to know. What romantic walk to the ATM? I know that's right. Okay. I love romantic surprises. I love this. I love first class. Girl, I don't know. Keep telling them what you love. I love hearing about your day and what you do for a living. It's so interesting. You're so smart. You must make a lot of money. That's what you do. You're not there to impress him. He's there to impress you. Okay, y'all. Well, I got my Amazon packages. I got my stuff together. I'm so happy because a lot of the stuff that I thought wasn't coming in today is here. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, self-made million. Tips for a husband that just opened his third eye. Girl, wrong channel, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mess with them. Get money out of them. That's the tip, man. Ask them for money. Tell them money is like energy and it flows if you have to let it go in order to receive it back again in 10 times tenfold. I don't know. Make something up and get some money. Thank you, girl. Use it to your advantage, man. Now is the time. Okay. Pretend to be mystic and stuff. Yes, girl. Get online and buy a bunch of mystic stuff for his new journey. But make sure you get some stuff for yourself too. All right. Thank you, girl. I'll see y'all soon. The best thing I can tell you is find a way to make money off of it or get gifts out of it. That's his own journey. That ain't your journey, baby. All right. I'm going to see you later. Bye.